Hi.
Welcome back to Tabletop Notch. This is going to be chapter 59, and for those of you who didn't know last time, or if you're just tuning in for the first time now, this is going to be the first of two pre-recorded episodes. We're, again, in the process of moving from one space to another. So we will be this is Wednesday now, we'll be airing this Sunday, and then the next one will be recorded as well. However, the story will continue as usual. Leah is joining us part of the way through tonight's stream. Yeah, stream, recording, whatever. It's going to be confusing.
At this point, I don't know anymore. What are you doing?
We are currently in the middle of a heated combat here.
I don't want to talk about it.
In the Ruins of Joiruc after the, we wouldn't call it betrayal, but the...
What? What do you mean you wouldn't call it a betrayal?
Oh, you're so on his side.
You're just upset you didn't get his number before he left.
I mean, yes, but...
You're just upset you didn't get to go mushroom picking like Beezaura in the forest. Any thoughts, things people want to say before we dive in?
Yes, if you're watching this live, we're also going to be recording the other episode. Don't worry, we'll still be in chat as it's happening. We might just not be as present as we normally are, so bear with us on that.
Yes. Again, if you subscribe or bit or something during the stream, your name will pop up. We'll still have the notifications, but we won't be thanking you live on stream. We will try to remember to do so the following stream.
If a name pops up right now, it means somebody just happenstance to follow us while we're recording this episode, and the overlay system is still up and running.
Pew, 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 pew.
You're going to tell the future?
Yeah.
Comrade Tortel is about to resubscribe.
There we go.
Right now.
In
There
3,
2, 1.
Oh, thanks,
Thank you so much.
Really?
I'm an idiot. I was waiting for the
Nope, it's not up
overlay
there.
system.
It's on Sunday.
In our continued confusion, we do not have Leah here today to tell us what to celebrate.
Maybe at the half break.
Maybe she.
Yeah,
Maybe she did the
get back to
research.
us.
So we'll roll that intro and we'll come back on the other side. We'll dive right back into combat. Beezaura has been abducted briefly by the lizard folk, so she will be joining us when the battle's hopefully over.
Disgusting things happening in that house.
I really, truly hope not, because we need her.
And as we plot our tactics during the break, we will come back and we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Roll it.
So worried.
Roll it. No.
Hello again.
No.
All right. In chapter 58, Ruined Relationships. The party stepped over the bodies of slain lizard folk to find a safer spot to rest. Dodd assured us that the presence of these creatures was unusual, but not overly worrisome, as they were something between beast and man. They were similarly drawn to the tempests during the changing of the squall seasons. While our guide took a moment to forage for lunch, Erland recapped what he'd learned from Marvin Bishop through the pages of Grimari's giant grimoire. And while there didn't seem to be anything we could do for him at the moment, we vowed to keep a careful eye out for further messages, and perhaps send word to Jillian when we could find a reliable courier service. As our discussion on the topic was nearing an end, we heard someone approaching on horseback, an unlikely pair that included another veteran of the Grove, escorting a young intellectual who'd run away from home. Coming from the direction we were headed, the ranger Tumello confirmed that lizard folk sightings seemed to be on the rise, giving us some pause about our chosen route, but not ultimately swaying us from taking the fastest path through the ruins. After bandaging up some minor injuries, we steered the horses east once more. though we didn't get far before Dodd requested one more brief stop at a spot sacred to the Ackley Elves. Here there was a particular tree that could be used to send a brief message to a person who had passed on. But there was another unique way to utilize this unusual bit of magic. If you wrote to someone who was still living, the message would disappear as you carved it into the trunk, providing a convenient method of determining whether someone was alive or dead. While Dodd and Beezaura paid their respects, the rest of us seized the opportunity to check in on some old friends, Wachi Faro, Rugeni Grimari, Lady Sangrila, and Dad. It was hardly a font of knowledge, but it gave us a little peace of mind, and we set off knowing that these key figures in our lives were still out there somewhere to contact or confide in. We knew we were approaching Joiruc when the mist began to gather on the forest floor, and soon the walls of the once great city were upon us. Dodd led us to the southern entrance, where he unveiled the next part of his plan, climbing into the gatehouse with a partner to operate the mechanisms that would allow us to pass into the ruin. It was Erland who volunteered, and the two of them dexterously hopped between the few remaining stable portions of the building, their task further complicated by the overwhelming fog that clouded their vision. After getting the rest of the group through, Dodd called out with a note of distress in his voice, and Erland rushed to find that he was waiting patiently to make a painful confession. Knowing that Erland would eventually find out the truth, he admitted that he had never received remission from Atonement's End, that instead he had fled, and the monastery was offering great rewards to have him returned. Erland tried his best to convince Dodd that he had no desire to turn him over to the monks, but he would not see reason. And racked with guilt, he lit a black powder bomb, setting off an explosion that cut off our means of escape to the south. With a singed robe, Erland leapt from the window of the gatehouse down to the street below, where the rest of the party had only moments to digest what had happened before we heard sounds of the ruin coming to life. The explosion, and perhaps some of our shouting, had alerted Joiruc's inhabitants to our presence, despite the dense fog, and not long after choosing a direction to travel, we were greeted with a powerful, concentrated burst of ice that knocked Erland to the ground. Another posse of lizard folk slithered out from the dilapidated houses around us, using strategic positioning and levitation to try and put us in range of a sharpshooter that they'd stationed on one of the rooftops. By targeting their shamans, we managed to keep ourselves mostly out of the line of fire, but Beezaura could only resist an onslaught of weighted nets for so long before she was dragged into a nearby dwelling by their forces on the ground. Running low on magical energy and lacking Dodd's added firepower, we braced ourselves to grit out a dangerous fight, and we wondered. Where was Beezaura being taken, that they chose to keep her alive rather than attempt to strike her down out in the open? Was Dodd tracking us through the ruin, or just buying himself time for a head start on going into hiding? And how good would Orba feel if she knew that Kuzni's inspiration had so far failed to produce results in a time of need? We find out now on chapter 59 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
Refuting.
That's fine.
With cries of frustration, more so than fear, Graven watches as a netted Beezaura is dragged, kicking and flailing through the doorway of one of the nearby dwellings. The purpose for her abduction is unclear, but the brawl between the tightly packed homes of Joiruc rages on, a pair of lizard folk shaman readying their outstretched claws for another volley of magic from the rooftops. A combination of dust, fog, and shadowed figures just outside your range of visibility gives the fight a kind of eerie isolation, never being able to get a full picture of its scope or know for certain if you've downed a foe with a ranged attack. With every swing of a mace or a quarterstaff, a swirl of mist trails behind, and you can only hope that continued clatter isn't drawing more attention than you can handle. We're going to dive back into combat here.
Oh, why did you say that?
We were in the middle of the standard lizard folks' turn. A couple of them had already gone. They'd attempted to grab Beezaura and drag her into the building. There are 2 remaining to go, one of which is restrained. We're also going to... I grabbed a couple of little markers to try and make it a little easier to see. So there is a building there, but...
And we're like under the ledge of it, right?
That one, no one's under the ledge
Oh,
of.
right.
And then there's... I'll do the other one as well. This one's... So...
Super helpful.
Yeah, that's great.
So you can more easily see where everything's taking place, and we can move those
more easily
around
see
depending
us
on where
as
we
we die.
And in case I'm preoccupied and can't put the initiative in chat, it's Safira, Orba, Beezaura, the lizard folk general, the sharpshooters, Erland.
Would you like a second?
No,
The shield, Graven, sorry,
Shield's
the
last there.
Lizard folk shaman.
shamans.
That's
There's
what
too
it
many
is.
S's. Shaman, Graven, shield, Safira, Orba, Beezaura, lizard folk, sharpshooter, Erland, shamans, Graven, shield.
Say it 3 times quickly, really fast. Do it really fast.
So we'll do the easiest one first. This one over here in the corner is going to attempt to break out of his restraint there from the Maximilian's earthen grasp. So this is just a straight strength check against your spell.
Yeah, let me double check.
I'm
yes.
wishing you terrible luck.
I believe that's true.
Fail.
Yes,
fail,
a strength
fail.
check, please.
Straight strength check. Great.
Can we verbally harass him while he tries to do this so that he's...
10.
Fails.
10 fails. So again, he tries to take another step forward and feels the kind of grip around him as the earth around him sort of struggles to maintain his sort of upright composure and is unable to move. That was his action. The only other one that hasn't gone is the one next to Erland there, and he's going to reach out and make an attack on Erland.
He's gonna flee. He's just gonna run away.
Natural 20.
Oh my god!
That's a way to start it.
Oh my god!
That is
Has 12 HP.
okay. 3 doubled 6, 7 slashing damage. As he swings around, and in the tight quarters of the buildings, Erland sort of backs up against the wall behind him and is unable to move out of the way of the strike.
Can we call cut and do a second take?
Natural 1!
Oh no.
Fuck.
That is the entire lizard folk's turn.
Alright, it's the sharpshooter now.
So the sharpshooter, again, takes the beam and sweeps it over the rooftops, and you can see it kind of catching the bits of the roof and then coming out on the other side, but everyone's sort of ducked under a little bit, keeping themselves out of the way. He's unable to find a target at this time. Who's next?
Erland.
Huh.
And then
Yes?
shamans, then me.
Yes.
Okay. 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 I had plans and then I got critted. We're gonna sort of take So receiving
Very
hit from the
lifelike.
guy is gonna swing right back, 2-handed quarterstaff attack. Nat 20.
Oh my god!
Let it rip.
Okay.
Give it right back to him, man. Give it right back to him.
No,
I will. This is me doing it.
Fuck, that hurt.
13 bludgeoning damage.
13 bludgeoning damage.
There we go.
that's hot.
There we go.
Great. So he gets pushed back by the strike, and Erland shoves him back and comes out with a strike, and again sort of knocks him back up against the wall behind him in this narrow corridor.
Okay. I am then going to. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna put a. Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna put a hand down and again sort of use rejuvenate.
Okay.
So let me.
Exclamation point. What is the
Oh,
command?
homebrew.
Homebrew for Erland's sepsis powers.
So that gives me 2 right now. A little bit of a buffer here. Let me do my Constitution save. Nat 20 again.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Back to back to back.
Doesn't matter, but.
Not 20.
And then I'm.
This is some pre-recorded
Yeah,
shit.
this is.
It really is. We're fixing
Oh,
the
look at all
opponents.
those nat 20s.
Like, moving our mouths like,
Not 20.
So, okay, cool.
So if you need do you need to see where the rooftops are?
I think I might actually be okay here. I'm gonna, if I go, I want to get in the little alleyway behind this building. Does that?
Okay.
If I sort of go, do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like on the far side, does that put me? That means this guy won't be able to see me through the top there,
Yes.
and this guy will not be able to see me if I'm sort of on this side of it,
Yes.
and the sharpshooter won't be able to see me as well.
As where they are standing right now, that
Yeah.
would put you not in line of sight of all of those people.
Okay, great.
That is a attack of opportunity from.
That's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay. So yeah, just on the other, the space directly to the left of where my laser pointer is right now.
Great. This
Excellent positioning.
So like right there.
there.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm right next to Safira.
Okay, one attack of opportunity here. That is a 12 to
12
hit.
misses.
12 misses. So after getting knocked back, by the time he sort of comes to after the strike, he swings his sword and Erland's already ducked out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
It is the shamans.
Shaman. So the first thing that shaman next to the flaming ball next to him, he's going to take a step out of the way because he knows.
Busted.
Can he see me from there?
He's gonna. He cannot currently see if he hops down, but he's going to take a shot at the people that he can already clearly see. I need Safira to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, kid.
Okay. That's not terrible. 17.
17. Hand goes out and he starts to lift, and again, Safira. I think you already resisted
Yeah,
it,
I
but
did.
Safira
I'm
feels
looking
it,
right at him,
and
like,
she holds
oh,
down,
again?
and she gets gripped under the windowsill next to her, and she pushes herself back down, and eventually he kind of lets go, and he's unable to lift her. That is his action.
Waste those
He-
spell slots.
Oh,
bitch.
come for me.
After using that, he is going to hop down and try and get a little
I
further.
don't
He
love that.
doesn't have another action. Now, this one is going to look down into the alleyway between, and I need Graven to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Graven,
You're so good.
you're so huge. Oh my god.
And Graven, distracted by the one creature next to him, also kind of keeping an eye on where Beezaura was taken into the home. He doesn't. By the time he looks up, he can already feel himself lifting up between the two homes.
Now, what does that mean for my concentration? Anything?
It doesn't do any damage,
Okay.
so it doesn't affect that. Good.
And that's
Not
considered
yet.
forced movement, so the guy wouldn't get like
That
an
is
attack
forced
of opportunity.
movement,
Okay.
You are visible to the sharpshooter at this point.
They've already had their turn.
I know.
Yep,
Thank
that's true.
God. I need, as long as I can
and
get
then-
down
Yeah,
before that.
we got you. So
Concentration.
I'm going for it.
This guy.
He's dead.
There we go. Great. Okay, that's the shaman's turn.
Great. So now it's Graven.
Okay.
I also had plans before I got.
Yeah, levitate.
All right, so getting a hold of himself here, he's going to point two fingers out. One, I'm going to whiz that fireball over towards the same guy again.
Hell yeah.
So that is a dexterity save for him. Right? Yes. Yeah, dexterity save.
Oop, that's a 4.
Yeah, fail. And then
That's the one that has been hit already.
What's the damage on that?
8 fire
Oh,
damage.
there we go.
So fire, and just as he's kind of jumped down to the next layer, he feels the ball of fire behind him.
And then
Sucker.
with the other hand, I'm going to look at the guy who got me there and
Give him the dong.
yeah, ding him my dong.
So
So that is a
wisdom
whiz. Let me make sure here. Yeah, wisdom.
17.
Fuck, that's really bad. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay.
Shield.
Again, you can see him. You can see the sharpshooter now. That you can see Graven sort of lining up his spell. You can see the beam starting to form, but the shield's just staying next to him, making sure that he's protected at all times. That's his turn.
Great. Safira, top of the lineup.
Okay, I am going to try to take a shot at the one that has Graven lifted.
Okay, I'm gonna say you need to just take a step back, but then you
Okay,
have plenty of
okay.
space to do so.
All right. Come on.
You were.
That is a
within,
natural fucking one.
Also,
it doesn't
you were
matter.
within. I'm gonna make an attack roll. No, he made one already against her. That was his reaction. Natural one.
Yep.
Arrow goes flying out
I'm
past him.
useless.
Anything else? More movement?
I
Anything
want
else?
to move back underneath the lip of the building if I can. Can I move
That
like?
one's lip, I believe, was pointed this way.
Oh, so am I still there? I'm still
You're
covered.
behind it. I mean, from the sharpshooter, is that what you mean?
Oh, yes, I
you're
just
not.
want to make sure I'm still in
Yeah,
cover. Okay.
these two buildings, like if you're behind those, you're pretty well covered from the
Not from the
sharpshooter.
shaman.
Then I don't think
Not
there's
from the
anything else.
If the shaman's on the edge there, you can kind of see anyone down there.
That's it.
Okay.
Then. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it's Orba and Beezaura, so it's gonna be Orba, I have a feeling.
Yes.
So seeing Graven getting levitated, Orba's gonna go ahead and wind up a chill touch and cast it right up at that shaman there.
Attack roll.
Yes, attack roll. That's an 11 to hit.
11 misses.
I am sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Again, sort of concentrating on his levitation, he has a good sort of view of the battlefield, dodging arrows and spells.
No, I can't do anything else. What I will do actually is move. Is this on? No. I think I'm gonna try to hide under this lip here so that this shaman can't get rid of me.
10
Sorry,
feet of movement,
Safira. And I think that's it.
Okay, great. Beezaura, you hear a little bit of, tussling inside the building, but we'll run past that
I'll put that
and
in
come
post.
back to it later. What's next?
The regular lizard.
Regular lizard folk. So this one here actually cannot hit Graven because he's up too high. Lucky him. This one is going to round the corner here and make an attack on Safira.
Yeah.
That is a 21 to hit.
Misses. I'm kidding. It hits.
Okay, 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
Rounds the corner.
I'm fine.
Makes a
you
slashing
guys, I'm
attack
fine.
against Safira. I'll make the strength check. 11 fails. That guy struggling again against the hand. Oh, did that undo there? Nope, it's back. And then this one, now unable to reach Graven, he's gonna make a perception check and see if he can sniff Erland out here.
Ooh.
I haven't showered in a while.
Sniff him out.
We're trying to get you to bathe in Mukmu. Remember?
I'm gonna say he can't find you there.
Hey!
So instead, he sort of looks around the corner. Erland's still tucked just around the edge, so he's going to run underneath a flailing Graven. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and come around and make another attack against Safira here. 11 to hit.
11 misses.
So running out, comes with an overhead, and Safira dodges out of the way. All right, who's next?
The sharpshooter.
Okay. And the yellow beam lowers to Graven's chest, and again you hear that.
This is an attack roll?
This is an attack roll.
Can I see him?
Give me a perception check.
Because I think warding flare is
Like you have to be able to see your attack.
by a
Right?
creature that you can see.
Okay.
All right.
Perception check.
Perception check.
Oh, come on. Be perceptive.
7 again.
Yeah.
You can't see him.
All right.
You can see the beam, but you're only guessing.
I can lower it with Stone's Endurance.
Okay. He's going to make a ice knife attack.
That's true, but not for the first part.
That's
It's not
piercing,
ice.
yeah.
It's piercing. Why
What do you have on your shield?
Bludgeoning.
Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
Holy God.
This is not a natural 20, I guess.
That's true.
What is a modifier?
You take 14 piercing damage. And by the time it hits you, it comes on you so quickly, and you get thrown back. Getting hit by it, you actually get knocked back onto the rooftop.
Oh,
Come
right.
on.
Oops, I'll take
Well, that means you
were sort of levitating right next to.
Was anybody close enough to me to also take cold damage?
No,
Okay.
but you need to make a dexterity save also.
Yeah, one of those would fucking kill me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
17.
There you go.
17, so you
Is
can
it
take
half
half
damage?
damage.
Double that.
Actually, I think on this, you take none on a save.
Oh, yeah, for ice knife?
For ice
Yeah.
knife, you take none on a save.
Okay.
So the shattered pieces kind of go about, but you roll onto the rooftop, you kind of get yourself into a ball, and you can feel the ice kind of traveling up over you. You are prone, but on the rooftop.
Is
there.
he still getting levitated?
No.
Yes, he is still technically
okay.
levitated. The levitation can only go up and down, so if he
Right.
was to raise him, he would go up from here instead of the spot he was in. But yes,
Okay.
he is certainly under the effects of levitation. Yes.
Okay. Cock indeed. Erland.
Matt, how many
Natural
feet is
one.
it to get to there so I'm in melee of both of those guys?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
To here?
Yep.
And that puts me in melee of both of
Of
them?
both of them, yep.
Okay, great. I'm going to move there first, and I'm going to do 2-handed quarterstaff attack to the guy that I've hit a few times.
That was this one that's in the road there.
Great, so I'm going to sort of run out, 2-handed quarterstaff attack.
Alright.
10 to hit.
10 misses.
Why didn't I use Stone's Endurance just then? I literally said I was going to use it, and then I didn't.
Next time.
That would have been a perfect one with so
Oh,
much
let me
damage.
heal too. Also,
Yep.
what's my second round of that? And yeah, I'm gonna use. Yeah, I want to help my friend Safira. I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows.
Great.
Thank you.
5, Fuck, man. 11 to hit.
That misses.
Jeez.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That
There
hits.
we
Roll for
go.
damage.
That is 5
bludgeoning damage. As he ducks out of the way of the staff in the first strike, you get a good shot and you knock him in, and a couple of his teeth kind of get punched back into his snout, and then he goes down.
Oh my god, thank God.
Well, I was hoping to get one of the earlier ones. Sorry. Well,
That was
actually,
25 feet of movement.
yeah, I might actually be able to help you out still here, Safira.
Yeah?
Yeah, I might actually. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to. If I go sort of right behind Orba here,
It's another 15 feet of movement. That's 40.
yeah, that keeps me out of right. That guy can't see me, and
Yep.
this guy, great. So I'm going to sort of step behind Orba there, and if he takes the opportunity to attack, that's fine.
Gotta hide behind your 11 AC wizard.
Yep.
Yes.
If you had taken the further spot, I would have stood in front of you. But I'm trying to...
Shame on me.
19 to hit.
That hits. Fuck.
Okay. 3 slashing damage. As he sees his friend go down and he goes out with a strike. Slashes you as you're running by. Almost just drank the berry.
That is. Well, I guess he's a bonus action. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Shamans.
Shamans. Alright, the one's concentrating on Graven, so he's going to go first because he's already in the middle of concentrating. And he is going to do a Thorn Whip. Melee spell attack. Oh no, that's a melee spell attack. I can't do that. Wrong one. There we go. He's just going to go out with a little production of flame. A little small firebolt goes out as a ranged spell attack. Natural one.
Nice.
So no damage there. A little bit of flame. That was actually with disadvantage because you are prone. Not that it matters, but it was natural one. And that guy's done. He's actually going to back up a little bit away from the edge of the roof now that he's already concentrating. Now I think for free, or is it an action? It has to be an action to move Graven further. So he already used his action. So now this other one is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, look down over the edge, and I needed Safira to make another Constitution save.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
You gonna try it again? 13!
As she drifts back down just a little
Safira's looking at him now like,
you can see at this point he's sort of
so
you can see
constitute.
some of the tendrils of magic coming off his fingers are getting lighter and lighter, and he kind of seems like he's expending quite a bit of his magical
Yeah,
energy.
he
at
is.
this
Is
point.
that it?
That's his save is a 13.
Yeah. That is the shaman's turn.
Like a loser.
Like a or Graven.
All right, Graven.
Already?
Yeah, we're moving through.
Good lord.
No.
Really?
Lying. Did I just skip shit? No.
No, I went, then the shaman went.
Yeah,
and
this is
Graven.
from shaman.
That's right.
Graven.
It's
That's
okay.
correct.
It just, you got shot.
I got
so it seemed
shot
like
so
you did
bad.
something.
Your ears were ringing.
Oh my god, what do I do? Wasn't ready. Well, I can't. Can
He's lying
I?
down. He's like,
what is happening?
Can I get up? Am I being levitated?
right now
Like-
you're touching the ground because he didn't use
Okay.
another action to pull you up off the ground.
So I will get up.
that takes half your movement. to get
I
up.
will again try to move this fireball
This is a bonus
back
action
towards
to
him
move.
again. Another dex save.
Bing, bong, bong, bong.
I love just
11.
the dog.
Fail.
Nice,
So
nice.
another D2d6. 6 fire damage.
Fire damage, great.
He's taking a hit.
So he's sort of expending a lot of his magical energy, gets rammed again with the fireball, and he kind of tries to focus.
Almost.
Why are you still alive?
And would I take damage if I tried to jump down?
Yes, it's 1d6 per 10 feet, so it would be 1d6. 'cause you're not
1d6.
more than-
All right, I gotta get out of the way of this crap. I'm gonna try another wisdom save.
Okay.
I told it did on him as I
On the concentrating guy.
as I jump down.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
9.
Fair. Okay, and has
he
he
will
taken damage?
He has not.
Oh, come on.
Really? The one concentrating?
I
No,
think
that's
correct.
not.
Yeah, he has not.
I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
He should have taken damage, but I rolled a
He has
natural
not.
1.
So it's a
what it
D8
Yes.
instead of a D12. He's gonna take 8 necrotic.
8 necrotic damage, and
Go.
now make a concentration saving throw, which he fails.
Yes, Daddy.
Excellent turn. What?
Okay.
So you hear the bell ring out, and he gets knocked back, and you see his hand, and he's unable to kind of keep it trained on Graven, and he loses grip, and you can feel yourself kind of just drop down a little bit.
Can I use extra movement to like carefully get down, like try to lower myself?
I'm going to say it would
in
take an
such a way?
action to try and climb down.
A D6.
I'll give you an acrobatics check to hit the ground and try and kind of soften the blow.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm going to jump off.
You're jumping off?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cast Feather Fall.
It's fine.
So it's 1d6 per 10 feet. So it's 6 bludgeoning damage, but give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, I can't use my shield for that. Acrobatics.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be lands on it.
Natural 1.
Take the full 6.
Can I use Stone's Endurance on that?
Read me the stones of endurance. Does it have to be an attack or something? If not, I will say yes.
I'm gonna kill myself. Reduce damage dealt to you. As a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 3 once per short rest.
It's nice.
Oh,
He's
dear
looking at
God.
dealt to you.
Damage dealt to you?
By the ground.
We can't even ask chat.
I mean, the other one is specific. The when you made my shield. What do you got?
We're gonna say you can. So the rule is, it rules as written. It just says it says it's a reaction triggered when you're taking damage. You're taking damage. You haven't used your reaction. You can reduce it.
Quick in chat, type 1 for you agree with the DM's disagree with the
Type 2 if you want Graven to die right now.
Right now.
Would that knock you out?
I saw those twos.
Would you be knocked out? You didn't have 6?
No.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh,
I just don't want to.
You totally oversold that then.
D12 plus 3, so all I have to roll is in 3. Why do I talk? Why do I open my mouth? It's a 2.
So what is it?
I
Plus
reduce it
3?
by 5.
You reduce
yeah.
it by 5.
Oh, I thought
So I
that meant
take
you didn't
1.
reduce it at all.
So as he's
No.
sort of reaching towards the ground, you see sort of harden himself and hits the ground.
So sorry, Anthony. I don't
All right.
know.
So any movement left now?
So that one. So it was half to get up, and we're gonna call that another 10 feet to jump down.
So
to step
30
and jump down.
total.
2, 5 feet.
15. I have 5 feet.
Yep.
Does that get me out of range of the sharpshooter?
Yeah, you are already
I am.
behind. You're enough behind this. Here, we can go back to
Okay.
this building view here.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll just.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could go like there.
I'll hang there then for now. Ooh, we have not been doing my concentration for my flaming sphere.
You're right. I think. Well, yeah.
It was one
we're a little
for
far back. Do it
Yeah.
for the fall damage, not for the
Okay.
sharpshooter, because
Yeah.
we're too far past that.
So what do I have to pass? A 10?
Yes.
And it's-
10 or. How much damage did you take from?
The first one I took like 13.
14?
Okay, that's still fine. It's 10 or half the damage, whichever is more. So it's still 10.
Okay,
So
so
that's
still
what
10.
concentration is.
Oh, weird.
And it's Constitution save.
Yes.
Okay. It's 19.
Great.
You should give him a little ticker.
Yeah.
Ay.
All right.
Why
Yeah, that's
can't my minis fit
some of
in
the. I think it's the little like terrain on the bottom.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
extra
a little bit.
flare. Thank you for my flare.
You're welcome for your flare.
All right, shield again. Hunkers down in front of the sharpshooter. Back to Safira at the top.
Okay,
This was the guy that did the attack on me. It wasn't the guy I killed. The attack. This guy has used his reaction already.
He has used his
Okay.
reaction. Yes, that is correct.
I am going to. Do I need to take a step? I do need to take a step
To
away
not
from this
get
guy.
disadvantage,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to take a step away from this guy. I know I get an opportunity attack, but I'm
He does
going...
not, because Erland, he took his on
Oh,
Erland
I see.
already.
That's why you were asking. I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to shoot at this guy here.
Give me an attack.
I wanted to make sure I helped my friend.
Thank you. Oh, come
I was gonna say you need
on.
one more to go, but
14 to hit.
on the shaman, 14 hits. Roll for damage.
I'm shocked.
Plus 7?
Yes,
is-
I am
wait,
plus
or
7.
12.
That's
12.
12. Oh, I'm sorry. I did math wrong. Does 12 miss?
She's cooking the books.
The honesty police have come through.
Not on
to tell
purpose. That's
you.
why they got me this. I don't.
I shouldn't have said anything.
How dare you? Okay,
So
well,
you're trying to sort of angle it up over the room.
Yeah.
Safira has been
Did
useless.
Kuzni see my great honesty?
Yeah, I don't. I'm still. Am I still under the ledge at all?
If
or
you
no?
take like 5 feet. To
I'm gonna
duck
take 5
under.
feet then. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I guess.
Okay.
Slide under the horse.
All right, Orba, I think that's you.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone's gonna hate me. Orba's gonna put her mask
Oh
on.
my god!
Oh my god!
I know I asked you ahead of time and you said no.
We did. We all said no
Whispering in
emphatically.
your ears.
I never said no.
Roland's eyes go wide as she's right next to her.
And
Slowly
Orba
puts it over
is
her
gonna
face.
like peek around the corner of the building, see that same shaman that she aimed for last time and missed, and cast another chill touch right at it.
This one here?
Yes, the further
Okay.
from me.
One that I've been
So
desperate
it automatically
trying to
is. So
hit.
even without sort of getting a totally clear shot, you see the energy kind of arc over the side, hitting him from the
Great.
back.
That's 1 damage.
1 necrotic damage.
Thank God we put on the mask.
You know that doesn't help.
Why are you?
And you take your damage.
I take yes.
Go to 1, right?
And hear the
Yeah.
sort of infect your mind.
I'm assuming that affects temp HP as well.
Yes, it does.
And then he can't regain hit points.
Okay.
And Orba, like, shimmy past Erland and get
Again,
farther
that's as
behind
far
him.
as you can go. Is kind of square behind Erland.
I'm assuming is there like a wall there? Is that like a wall?
Yeah,
Screw
that's
it.
the city wall.
Under the horse.
Where you guys came in.
Yeah, Orba's hiding.
Hiding
The
real
game
hard.
starts to glitch out.
She's hiding behind Evie too.
Yeah,
There'd be
exactly.
nothing but monsters.
Rumor has it if you
here.
keep jumping, you'll glitch your way up and over the wall. You just spam the space bar.
Hold the Z button and do a backflip.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, it takes you right to the Beezaura.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Or anything else?
That's terrible.
No, but that was terrible.
The rustling sounds inside the house next to Graven have come to a quiet a little bit.
No, Beezaura.
Unable to be entirely sure what's going on in there. Her
Lizard
turn is gone. The lizard folk will go now.
I like Beezaura in a one-on-one.
This lizard folk is gonna come around the corner and make an attack on Safira. 9 to hit.
9 misses.
We roll a natural 20.
And
Yeah, I didn't know where that was
the
going.
other one is going to attempt to escape from the restraint again.
Do not.
That sucks.
2.
Great.
You weakling.
That's great. Just keep them
Unable to get
occupied.
free. That's the lizard folk.
Okay, it's the
I've been
sharpshooter.
so useless.
Sharpshooter. You see, sort of running over the rooftops, this beam of yellow energy, sort of clipping as it hits a couple of the roofs. Unable to find anyone.
Great,
Next, Erland.
All right. Has this guy taken any damage?
He has,
Yeah.
yes, not a lot, but he
Yeah.
has.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone. The shield is the only one that was not taking any damage.
damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I hit the sharpshooter.
You did.
With a 25. I did something, guys. I did something. Let it be
Alright, let me
known.
take my heal. Ugh. Okay. It's the 3rd round. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna step out. I just want to get to like right there and
10 feet forward.
Yeah. So come out with a quick jab to his face.
Stupid wet face.
19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll for damage.
Come on.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna use flurry blows again.
Okay.
Trying to clear these guys out for you.
I mean, someone has to.
21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll for damage.
Because I'm not helping.
That is. I always have to check. It's 4 bludgeoning damage, and he has to make a dex saving throw.
5.
Fails, so he's prone.
Love it.
Yes.
Next one's with advantage here.
Erland smashes him up against the house and he kind of loses his footing and falls down.
16 to hit.
16 hits. Roll for damage.
Come on.
That's
Cocked.
5 bludgeoning damage.
5 bludgeoning as Erland runs up with a strike
And then, like, kick down on him as he's down.
You can see his tail kind of flipping back and forth as he tries to ready himself.
And he cannot take a reaction until his next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that opportunity to step back in front of my good friend Orba.
She gives
Can I
you
take
a
one more step back as well?
Please.
then?
pat on the
Please
shoulder.
guard.
So come in, punch, stomp, and then take a step back and sort of look to Safira and say like give her a gesture. You're good to move.
Safira's like,
You would understand that. You've
Yeah.
seen her on fight.
like sending the key into his body. Great. That's my turn.
Okay.
Shamans.
The shamans. All right. This one is gonna take another step further out. Hopefully, I won't
Bitch.
topple this whole thing.
We'll fight my fireball.
And sort of breathing hard with no energy for a spell, a second level spell again.
That's right, bitch.
well, that's
He
right.
is going to just make a firebolt attack.
Fireball.
Not
Bolt.
fireball.
Still, I can't stop.
That's what he
Doesn't
does.
sound good.
Yeah,
but
that's what he would cast.
And he missed.
Sounds like
It's a cantrip. Yeah.
On who?
On Safira.
yeah.
Well, then.
That is a 16 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
16 hits.
Yeah.
You take 4 fire damage.
Okay.
A little ball of flame goes out just as Safira's kind of ducking her head around the corner. And he's gonna stay up there. And then this one does still have one left. So he's gonna run over to the edge here. He's gonna see Graven down there. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, Graven.
Come on, buddy.
Oh my god.
Natural 1.
Graven lifts up into the air.
Come on with these rolls.
And,
It's
That's my second natural 1 this
Why?
day.
You are still concentrating, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Fuck.
that doesn't
Raises
happen.
Graven up into the air. Okay.
Graven.
I know. Structure.
Did his damage? He has damage on him now.
I need to try it both times. I'm gonna the sphere. How much?
Yeah, this guy's out of fucking levitates.
How much room in between the buildings?
Those 2 buildings?
Yeah,
10
like-
feet.
Oh, thank God. The sphere can make it a 10-foot gap.
Sick.
Oh.
I'm gonna like bring the fire.
You watch the fire up and over.
So dex save for that.
Saving throw. 5.
Nice. And he has damage, huh?
That doesn't matter.
Wrong
to
spell.
this.
Oh, doesn't matter this one? Oh, it's the dome.
This is not the dome.
3 fire damage.
Fire,
3
but
fire
makes a
damage.
concentration.
Yeah.
Get smashed with the ball of fire. 13 maintains concentration.
I'll try to get him with the wisdom again.
Wisdom saving throw?
Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Is that ding dong?
Yeah, that's the dong.
See, I can never know unless you do it.
Yeah, sorry.
7.
Fail.
There we
So now he
go.
will take a d12.
There we
That's
go.
right.
10 necrotic damage.
10 necrotic damage, great. After getting singed by the fire, he looks, and by the time he's looking back, Graven's already like ringing up the bell. You can see him stagger a little bit. He's got to make another concentration saving throw here.
Come on.
15.
Oh my god!
Damn it!
Orba's got this, it's fine.
Orba's like,
Shield. Is that your turn?
Shield.
Yeah, I mean, I've used
Yeah.
bonus action.
Shield just holds close to the sharpshooter.
Safira.
How many turns has it been since the very beginning?
Ooh,
what is
Three.
that?
It has been
What is-
3 rounds.
No, very
oh,
big.
very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Six?
Yeah, maybe 6.
Because that was probably my last flaming sphere.
Oh.
Because it's
Okay.
up to, it's a minute.
Oh,
Which is 6
right.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still there, actually. Well, it'll go away when the shield goes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What is
Got a lot of uses out of
Oh
it.
my god, I've never done that. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp is also a minute. So
Then it's about to.
at the end of the round or at the end of my turn?
At the end of your 6th turn.
I'm up here.
So at the end of that, it'll be over.
No, we said that if this
But
was
Erland-
6, then
Yeah,
mine is
Graven's
gone.
down here though, so he went through his 6, so I technically did too. And the fucking. Well, I'm not.
Keep track of yours. That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. So both of those have dispelled.
He's just gonna make that guy attack you next week. He makes a beeline.
Okay. Who's next?
is it
That
me?
was Graven.
Yes, it
Safira.
is.
Shield went,
Shield
and now
went.
Safira. Yep.
Okay, I am going to, I guess, again, try to shoot at this guy that
So
I
you
cannot
need to
hit.
step away, but no reaction
I'm
from
already
the
gonna take
ground.
6 for falling that far.
Dude.
That is a 10.
10 misses. The angle on the rooftop too sharp. It's
It's gonna be a classic Safira combat. Does nothing for 10 rounds and then gets the fucking final.
I am so mad. Oh my god. Okay.
And, like, lights up someone in the
I
last
don't know what
round.
else to do other than like
Position
okay.
yourself.
Let
Yeah,
me position
yeah.
myself in a better place at least while this guy is not doing anything. Oh my god. Let me try to get. Can I get under this ledge reasonably? Is that a reasonable
That's not really
ledge?
sticking out.
No?
Anywhere along
What
and
if I
behind
get closer
these.
to Graven?
These are buildings here.
Yeah, these are buildings.
Right. Okay.
So anywhere here or here is
I
out
would
of
like
sight.
to get here.
Okay.
That would give me
so you did 5.
because of the fog. Does that mean that gives me disadvantage on
30
this guy?
gets you there. Which guy?
This guy.
That guy's you no longer can see. Remember, this is a building here.
Oh right. Okay. But I still can have a non-disadvantage shot at this guy in theory. Just
yes.
this guy.
Yes, that guy. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, maybe eventually I'll hit him. So I guess that's where I'm gonna go.
God, I hit him twice. He still didn't drop me.
I know. I tried. I'm sorry. That's
All right. Orba.
Great. So I guess, she's gonna shout to Erland, I can't hold on any longer, and the Maximilian's Earthen Grasp is gonna go away. I almost took my name off the initiative.
Goodbye.
I Erland for a second thought you were just gonna keel over and die. I can't hold on.
Everyone's like, ah.
Orba's just gonna take like a step or two. Hello? Yes, step or two out in this direction here, so I can get line of sight on the guy.
Are you planning on going back to that spot that you are?
Yeah. Why?
Because I will not move you rather than try and knock 3 things over. That's why I'm
Yeah, I
asking.
thought it was like.
I thought you were about to.
Nope.
I thought you were gonna be like, you
That's
can't.
Okay. So you're
Okay.
taking 5-10 feet out?
Yeah,
Okay.
just to get sight on that guy.
On the one that's holding Graven or the one that's
Yes,
located
and I'm gonna
Graven?
cast. Let's do it just another chill touch. So it's an auto hit.
You also. Does it say that you need
Line of sight.
a target you can see? Because it hits automatically.
Let's see.
As long as it fulfills the conditions of the spell.
It just says all ranged spell attacks are guaranteed non-critical.
No. I mean, what's the
Chill
spell that
touch.
you have? Chill touch?
Oh,
that you're using?
my apologies. Ranged spell attacks. Oh god. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to assail it.
You don't have to be able to see it to target it. So you
Oh,
literally
okay.
don't even have to step out, and you can still target.
Delightful. Let's do that.
So again, this sort of necrotic energy bends around the side of the building when
7 damage.
There we
So-
go.
And again, cannot
there we
fail.
go. Come on. Do not. You better fail this concentration save.
the spectral hand comes out and he feels the energy and he holds on to Graven and then
Okay, as Graven, Orba's like
focused
ready
in his
for Graven to
Yeah.
fall. What is it? A D6 for 10 feet?
he doesn't. When a levitate ends, they drift back down.
right. Yeah, that's right.
There is no fall damage for
what I'm
Elven
saying.
Soul.
Excellent.
That guy's turn
So Graven watches the guy and he sort of drifts slowly back down. He's next to Safira there. She kind of cradles him down as he gets
Aw, that's
Out of my ass.
Friendship, that's 5.
Aw. Beezaura's
Alright.
next. I'm gonna
Okay,
stay right
yep,
there.
skip by Beezaura there.
Do we hear any sounds?
The sounds have quieted. Also, you didn't really hear those. You were kind of off. Graven has been kind of keeping an ear out, and it was some clashing, and you heard a little bit of bumping and smashing, but it's quieted at this point.
Did it sound
Alright,
pleasurable?
did it sound what? Ooh.
Pleasure.
Oh god.
Why?
Some smashing.
It's the regular.
Not when she's not here to defend herself.
Oh, I thought we were editing her in post.
Oh, yeah.
We're just gonna have Leah just.
Yeah.
Anthony!
Lizard folk.
Lizard folk, regular lizard. Okay, so this one's going to have his movement to get up. I think he only has enough movement to get to Erland. Yep, 15 feet. 5, 10, 15.
Grumble.
Don't even.
Make a lunging stab attack.
Don't even grumble. Orba's right behind you. She's
Natural
doing-
1.
Awesome.
Stabs in and Erland sort of deflects it with he sort of pins the sword up against the side of the house with his quarterstaff and he pulls it back out. The other one, he does have 30 feet. So let me move this. He's no longer restrained.
Not just
I
6
know. Do
rounds.
not come towards Orba, please.
I don't think he can get there. He can't get through Erland and the horse. He can't go through an enemy in space.
Yes, that's what I planned.
Yes, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, he can reach out. 5, shit.
Alright, okay. Okay, that's fine.
A little crowd forming around the horses and
What have you done, Tiefling?
I hate this. I hate this a lot. I don't like this
I
at
don't remember
all.
which way this house was pointing. We'll go that way. Another attack.
Oh, why?
18 to hit.
That, even with Bulwark, that hits. Yeah, that still hits.
Hits.
Yeah. Fuck.
You take 3 slashing damage. Two-handed slash with his sword.
You're okay.
Cuts
You're
against
okay.
Erland there. You see a little, just a
know.
little flick of blood goes up against the side of the house. I think that's the only 2 of those guys left. So who we got next?
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Yeah.
Sharpshooter. So he had his sort of line of energy trained on Graven, and you could see it kind of drop as Graven was dropping down, and then you see it get cut off by the rooftops, and you hear that kind of. But he isn't able to find anyone.
Terrifying. All right, it's Erland.
Okay. I'm gonna heal my 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack, so I'm gonna heal my 2. I have one more round of this shit left. This guy is the one that's taken more damage. I'm pretty sure he's the guy messed up with Flurry of the Blows.
Yes.
Flurry of the Blows. All right,
They have both taken damage, but yes.
But that's the guy. Okay. So, like, after having parried the hit, takes the damage, is going to come right back. 2-handed quarterstaff attack at the guy. 18 to hit.
18 hits. Roll for damage.
6 bludgeoning damage.
6 bludgeoning damage. And with one punching strike, the guy goes sprawling back out into the street.
Sick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Flurry of blows. Last one.
Okay.
Obviously on the guy. Yeah. 8 to hit.
8 misses.
9 to hit.
9 misses. So after the strike,
Useless.
he goes in with 2 unarmed strikes, but the guy slithers between each of them. Shit.
Oh, right.
Gotta reset the music there. Who's next?
And I've fully blocked Orba there, right? There's nowhere I need to move to.
Yes. A non-flying creature or some kind of magical means cannot get to
Okay,
Orba
great.
there.
So yeah, I'm gonna sort of just keep assuming not a patient defense, but like a position in front of Orba. That's
Great.
what I'm doing.
Shamans are next.
Shaman's great, just the one shaman left. So you guys are underneath him and he can't quite see you, so he's going to scoot a little further this way so he has view of this alleyway. And he is going to make a firebolt attack on Graven. It is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is
How you doing, Graven?
5 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Fires and it kind of lights up the alleyway as the firebolt travels down, connects with Graven. And that's the shaman's turn.
My turn.
Graven's turn.
If I were to run up, there's just right now what we have left here is the 2 guys up here, and then there's these 2. There's anything else I can't see, right?
Yes, the one you saw one go inside the house with Beezaura, but you, as far as you can tell, 2, 1, and the one next to Erland there.
Would it take any movement for me to like try to duck my head in and see if I can see her in
The
there?
door. So she dragged her through, and then like a sort of ramshackle door closed.
All right,
so you can't. You could open it, but you can't just see into it now.
That wouldn't be an action, would it?
If it's not like barricaded or anything.
She'll be fine.
Oh my god.
If I run all the way up right into the base of that building, can I make it with 30 feet? Can I make it up to... Sorry.
You're trying to run all the way to that building and climb up it?
No, I'm trying
sorry.
to run all the way to the building, be within 30 feet of both of them, and then back up again so that I'm out of view of him.
Yeah, so I mean, if you go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet there,
Yeah.
you're with this guy can't see you, and you can see both of those 2 there.
And they're within 30 feet?
They're both within 5,
Okay.
10, 20. Yep.
Am I within 30 feet still of the house?
Of this house?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, part of it?
Here we go. I'm gonna try to get everybody with a Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay, great.
So that is... What kind
That
of
comes back on a
save?
short rest rate.
Yeah, it does. Constitution saving throw.
So we'll do the lizard folk next to Erland. 9.
Fail.
And the shaman.
No, the fog.
13.
Oh, it just saves.
And then we will. You don't know for sure, but I'll do a roll for the one in there. 11.
Fail.
Good fail. Okay.
All right, so it's 2d10 plus cleric level. Oh my god!
Oh no.
It's fine. 5 plus 4 is 9 for the fails, and 4 for the save.
4.
Come on with these.
blast of radiant energy goes, and it like lights up the fog all the way around. Almost has this kind of glowing, kind of marshmallowy effect where the whole sort of fog has this kind of yellow glow to it. This guy is incinerated.
Yes.
Onto the
Oh yeah.
And you watch the shaman kind of block the light a little bit, but you see him peek over the edge. He is not down.
He can still see me,
You
right?
can still see him. Yeah.
Fuck. All right, I can't move. Stay
You have 5 feet of
Yeah,
movement.
it's not worth it.
Shield.
That's it.
The shield.
They're still hunkering down, huh? Okay, then it's me, right?
Here.
Okay, let me see if I can hit something now. I am going to aim for, I guess, this guy.
The shaman?
Yeah, the shaman that's on the roof there.
Yeah.
I think that's the same
I think
guy
you
that
need
I
to move up a
have.
little bit. What's the range? You're using your regular.
I'm using my
So
regular
that's what,
bow.
60 or 120?
It's
Before it's
150.
disadvantage. Oh yes, but range attacks beyond 30 feet are with disadvantage. But
Right.
you can.
I can
10,
move up and
15,
make
yeah,
it.
You can definitely make.
All right, then I'm gonna move
Runs
up,
forward.
make the shot. 22 to hit.
22 hits. roll for
There we
damage.
go. Okay. And it's I get Colossus
You
too,
do
right?
get a Colossus there.
Okay, so 5, 8, 13 total
13
damage.
damage. The guy's kind of leaning
know,
over the edge,
but no,
looking
that-
for maybe Erland and Orba, sort of peeking over the edge, and right as he looks up, he gets hit with the arrow, falls back.
Nice. Spirit's so
Okay.
proud of herself. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna take like a tiny little step so that I know I'm under the ledge and I'm not where the sharpshooter is.
Great.
But yeah. Done,
All
done.
right. So it's Orba. So she's gonna peek out from around the corner there, around Erland,
Okay.
right here. And as she passes Erland, she whispers to him, "Watch this," and she pulls at her crystal and pulls out like a droplet of water. It turns to ice, and she shoots ice knife at the sharpshooter.
What is the range of ice knife?
Good question.
Because it does
is
not
60.
I don't think that's gonna make it.
Can I
The
use...
Pythagorean calendar?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20,
I don't think it's gonna be close
30,
enough.
35, 40, 45, 50, and then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 up. That's not gonna make it.
Cool. Can I get into a position in the road somewhere, like in the main road, and get in range?
15, 20, 25. You have 30 feet of movement?
Yes.
Please move
This would get
immediately
you
away.
all the way there.
And what's the vision like on both parties there? Like, I can see them, they can probably
Do you
see
have to
me.
be able to see them?
Yeah.
You cannot see them from there. It's through a lot of buildings and things.
Oh, so I can't even attack. Okay.
You can with an ability that doesn't require sight of the target.
I want a big bull mice.
And unfortunately, it doesn't negate anything. It's like you have to fulfill the requirements of the spell.
Okay. Well, does it say you're a creature that you can see?
What does Ice Knife say?
Ice Knife says you create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack on the target.
Then you can target it.
Hell yeah.
Is she now in range?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now in
she
range
is.
then.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then...
Oh, poopy.
it's 30. It's basically 35 and 35.
That doesn't track.
What?
I'm doing the math in my head, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's
guessing
not
it's not.
fine.
That should be 50 feet.
Oh,
seriously?
baby.
Unless calculatorsoup.com is wrong.
How could it possibly?
This is it. Listen, we want some of that ad
Yeah,
revenue.
Can we get some ad?
Yeah, please.
Okay, that's
Your numbers are going.
fabulous.
Oh.
So, because I have my mask on, it automatically hits the sharpshooter. So I roll for.
So you watch as the ice kind of dips down and then flings up at an upward angle.
You said
up
to
towards the
Erland,
creature.
watch this, and then moved out of his vision.
He's like, I can't.
She also stopped a couple times to be like. So the first initial damage, that's another 1.
Okay.
So
Okay,
one piercing.
damage, great.
And then the shaman and the shield have to make a dex saving throw. I'm doing this at a level 2 spell slot, by the way.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw?
It's the dexterities that do more damage. What's that?
Dexterity saving throw?
Correct.
I also need to look up really quick. I believe they get, or the sharpshooter is going to get a bonus to his dex save because of cover.
Well.
The shield will not.
Okay.
3/4 cover gets a +5 bonus to dexterity saving
Okay.
throws. So we'll do the sharpshooter first. That is a 15. Saves, and then the other guy, 9.
There we go.
So shield
takes 3d6.
There we go.
Come
on.
5, 7, 10.
10 cold damage?
10, yes.
Great. The shard goes out, crashes over the shield, and you can see as he's kind of blocking the sharpshooter with it, like flecks of ice get into his eyes a little bit.
It doesn't do any damage to the crystal or any of that, like mechanism?
No,
stuff?
it's,
okay.
yeah.
Great, and as long as I'm out of sight, I think that's where I'm gonna leave my turn.
Okay. What we got?
Beezaura.
Keep going.
Lizard folk?
Keep going.
Great. Sharpshooter.
Great, so the sharpshooter takes the hit of the ice, looks kind of down, isn't able to see where that came from, that like shard of ice that came flying up, grabs his crystal.
Oh my god. Where are you going?
What? Disappears.
What?
What?
I want that crystal!
Jump down, and then jump down.
What
to
a
the
little
other side.
bitch! Go get him! Can Orba see that and shout it out to her friends?
No. You have the McDonough side.
Oh, that's right. That was the whole conversation.
Who's next?
Erland after the sharpshooter.
Can I get a DM's rule? I've never had rejuvenate perhaps end mid-combat.
Okay.
The healing ends early if you end your turn without making an attack, including the turn you use rejuvenate on, or you're knocked unconscious.
Yes.
Do I get my heal? I'm not going to be able to make an attack this turn. Do I get the healing and then it ends after
Yes,
this?
it ends at the end of your turn if you haven't made an attack.
Excellent.
I'm telling you, just hit Safira, just bonk her a little.
Yeah, I was thinking about punching the horse in the butt. If need be.
Runs off into the fog, you never see it again.
No, there's a wall right there.
If it's dog's
back
horse,
flicking.
fuck that horse.
So I don't
punch Don's horse.
Okay, I guess I'm. Do we see the light scanning disappear?
Give me a perception check.
11.
I'll say yes. Yeah, I mean the beam was pretty obvious when it was running over the top rooftops. You kind of take a peek out, and you don't see it.
Okay, and we've seen the beam this whole time, so I would infer
Pretty
that
much,
perhaps it abandoned it or.
The beam disappears briefly after it would fire a shot, and then it would reappear again. But yeah, it's been pretty consistently there most of the time.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna move max distance down the road this way, so 40 feet.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
And as I get closer, I'm trying to see where he is, see if I can assess anything. And I'm gonna
definitely do not from there.
I'm gonna take the dash action, continuing along this way.
Okay.
40 feet, and see if I can see anything.
Okay,
Sort of maybe even a little bit towards the base of it, if possible.
Like this way?
Can I stop by the edge of this just before I poke my head
Yes.
around?
Give me another perception check as you're moving down.
14.
Oh.
I'm unlocking more battle map.
Oh no.
You are able to see more of the path as it continues down.
20 more lizard.
Yeah.
Oops, I think that's the wrong one. Shit.
More lizard people.
What?
There's the wrong one.
He said
did we
20 more
learn?
lizard folk. But he's making a joke.
Yeah. It is. So the path continues down that way.
Pretty.
And there's more houses along the way too. Put all of them down, but there's a bunch more. And you do not see him from there. Because the road goes that way, so there's lots of houses here. It seemed like he was jumping down house to house.
Okay, how many feet have I...
I think that's all of it there. I put you there.
That was 80?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And
Erland's in there somewhere.
I just want to
Take a
stay... I want to stay behind this house just in case, he turns the light back on.
Sure, you are behind.
Okay, cool.
Alright, if that's your turn, it's
That is my turn.
Oh wait, the shamans are dad.
They are.
Graven.
Me.
I'll yell as I see... actually, I won't yell because I'm getting close to him.
Okay.
I'll have run past Orba, though, so...
I'll run back to the door that Beezaura went in.
Okay.
And try to...
15, 20, 20. You can just get to it. Go up to it. You press your hand on it. Rattles. It seemed like they kind of tried to barricade it at some way on the other side.
Is there a window that I can see?
There isn't. You could give it you haven't used an action. You could give it a good shove. Give me an athletics check.
18.
There we go.
The door swings open. It seemed like there was a little wooden piece that they kind of jammed in the door to keep it closed. Ping, ping, ping. You see that board kind of go flying across the room. Take a quick peek around.
Beezy's dead.
Okay.
And it swings open with this kind of violent lurch, and you see the dusty interior of this simple home. No furniture, no personalization at all, just an empty fireplace, some splintered bits of wood that have fallen in from the roof. There's a stone wash basin in the corner where there's some kind of murky water that sits still and warm. The fog has permeated through this space, but it's not quite as thick as it is on the outside in the streets. And you notice a sizable hole that's been dug into the ground near the center of the room.
What?
There's some crude pickaxes that have clearly been used to punch through the layer of stone that makes up the floor, down into the soil beneath where it kind of stops its vertical descent and it looks like it heads down and out. Veers off and out of sight.
I've already used an action.
You have.
I can't light anything to throw down there. And that's most of my movement, I think.
Yeah, that was all
30.
your movement.
That was
Yep.
all my movement. All right. They've taken Beezaura underground! Just yell that as loud as I can. That's it for me.
Right, it's the shield.
Shield. So he looks like he looks behind him to sort of confirm that creature may have sort of scampered off. He looks back.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, fuck. You want to do this alone?
He's gonna
All right,
take
buddy.
some fall damage there for that.
Idiot. Big dummy.
Oh god, you are not far from there.
Let's see, so he's gonna go all the way here.
Where am I? I can't see.
You're
In the middle there.
Does he take more fall damage?
He does.
You see?
Stupid idiot.
I guess he can't. Well, maybe he can see.
Coming through there. Wrong die. Okay, another one bludgeoning damage.
That's it.
Well, he took 4 from the first one, so 5 total. And then I think he has 5 feet left. He hasn't taken an action. It was just his movement. And he's gonna come in. Does he have anything at range at all? No. So he's gonna come sprinting forward. And turn the corner and see Graven who has just bashed in the door to where he knows that the hole is. And he turns the corner and he stands there next to you. Alright. Sort of readying himself for an attack. Okay?
Great, it's Safira.
Okay. Do I need to take a step back from him?
Nope, you're
okay.
more than 5 feet
I'm
away.
going to then fire at
You see him turn the corner and sort of rear up an attack for Graven.
Sorry.
Please hit him.
9.
9. Fires through the alleyway, out the other side. Who's next?
No.
Me.
Orba.
I guess seeing Erland run off, I'm gonna investigate with him, so I'm gonna trail right behind him. If I peek my head around the corner like he's doing, can I catch sight of anyone?
No.
How much movement?
This is all buildings here because the road is that way. There's no open road here. It's very congested here. He could easily be somewhere in this congealed mess of houses. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay, how much movement did I just use?
25 feet of movement.
And explain to me how if I wanted Erland to boost me up onto a roof.
He would have had to have
use the
held the
help
help
action.
action or something, or use the help action.
It wouldn't
you couldn't do that
necessarily
right
be
now.
my action then.
Yeah.
Okay. If he's dashing, he's gonna be really far away. I guess what I'm gonna do is get up, as close to this house here.
I mean, I think you only have another 5 feet of movement there.
Am I up against it though?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Orba's just gonna wait there and go, boost me, Erland, and hold.
You could hold a help action.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't hold a something because
You can't hold a
I don't know
jump.
how this
Yeah.
works.
No.
I've never wanted to.
You can
climb
hold a help
something.
action to help him up, but
I don't want that. Okay, I guess I'll already the help. Will that get me on a roof on his turn?
again, no. You
would
can
help
help him.
him.
He has to ready the help action to boost you. I mean,
that
you can
next
attempt to
time.
climb if you use your
But that's my full movement.
Dash.
You have dash action.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna climb this house.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
If I fall. Give me a athletics.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
she's gonna knock herself unconscious.
Please don't fall.
Right there, to be fair.
Please don't fall.
That's a 3.
3. Try to climb the walls of the roof of the building. There's a little bit of where a windowsill used to be at one point. You put your foot on that, but you move a hand up and there's nothing to grab on. You just kind of slide back down. We'll say that took another 10 feet of movement. You were not able to get up.
Can I try one more time?
Not on this turn.
Okay. All right.
Theoretically, you're kind of looking for another spot where you could climb, so you can't do it on this turn. At that
Okay.
at that spot.
Can't believe
That's it then.
that's so useless.
Okay.
Bizarre.
Beezaura, keep going.
Great sharpshooter is.
Sharpshooter is...
Doing something.
Can't tell.
Should I leave him on the initiative board?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Erland.
Okay, so there's a little. Like alleyway
Another
right there.
one I can make. So
No one's gonna help me with this fucking guy. He's only taking.
I tried.
Two right there.
I tried. I'm sorry I'm useless.
I wasn't talking to you.
There's
talking to him. We don't confirm the kill. You've taught us that.
I taught you what?
Sharpshooter?
Every time someone runs away, you're like, kill him.
Where are we going?
So if I get to like here, can I sort of scoot 5, 10, 15? I guess I want to be able to sort of see that way potentially.
Deception check.
And like give a listen to see if I hear anything. 22.
More tiles. We're gonna get lost.
I can also like.
It looks like behind a couple of these houses,
Already so long.
there's like it's not like a man-made lake, but it's like there was a depression in the ground and over time the rainwater has filled it. It's kind of this murky, kind of a little pond almost. So there's a little bit of a break where there aren't houses, and then there's more houses over here. You don't see them.
Do I hear anything? Do I see any?
I mean, there's noises. You can hear Graven and the creature kind of jumping from rooftop to rooftop. You do not hear the creature that's moving out.
I mean, I guess. I'll sort of look to Orba and sort of say quietly, there's a lake and then some houses. I don't see him.
Maybe he's in one of the ones near us then.
Are there any doors around me that are open?
I mean, there's some like partially open or loosely hanging. Some of them partly destroyed. You can check the one that you're next to.
Okay, I'll check that one.
Open the door. It's empty in there. That one that you're right next to.
Was that the shortest one there?
This one right here.
Was that was an action to open?
No, we'll say that was 10 feet of movement because it wasn't locked or anything. You didn't have to
So that's
bust
25
it open.
feet I've used then in
Sure,
total?
yeah.
Does this one have a door?
This one here?
Yeah.
It does. You have to take another
That's fine.
5, 10, 15 feet to
Okay,
get
so
the
I've
door.
used what in total
Erland's
now?
over here.
I've used what, 40 now in total?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
we'll
cool.
call it 40. Like, again, push the door open. Another one here.
And now that I'm sort of fully in that clearing, do I see any? I mean, it seems like he had something pretty big. Do I see
It
any?
was, I mean, carryable. It was
Oh.
like an apparatus. It wasn't like...
Okay, do I see any like obvious like footprints from carrying something heavy or
You know?
the hell?
I mean, he had the turn where he ran
Yeah,
and
he
dashed,
kinda
and then
dashed, yeah.
another turn after that. So he...
Well, no, I know, but I just mean in terms of seeing footprints. That sort of surprises me in the muck there.
If you're if you're looking at the line, he could easily have hopped across rooftops. There's rooftops all along here. He could have easily not gone down in this sort of water area.
Okay. In that case, I will use the dash action to just get as close to the shield guy then as possible. 40 feet.
30, I think you're like right underneath between these two here. I'll put you right there.
Cool.
You hear Erland's footsteps, or someone's footsteps rushing back.
Alright, Graven. Light him up.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna like
So disappointed.
not readying, but basically I'm gonna take a step back, warding flare on his opportunity attack.
Okay. Sure. Gonna hit anyway. 9 to hit.
Miss, and then I'm gonna like concentrate that light and try to get him with a guiding bolt right in the
Okay,
face.
There we go.
So that is a ranged spell attack, which I get +5 with, right? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Oh my God, 9!
9 misses.
Come
Takes a step back
on!
and
God!
beam of light
rolled
goes
from an
flying
We
by.
have rolled so poorly to
Ducks
hit
out
this
of the
guy,
way
it's
of it.
unbelievable.
Fuck.
All right, nothing else. I have nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
it's me.
Shield.
It's me. Oh, well, no, it's him. It's him.
Shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Dodges out of the way of the light,
Lies.
and you see him come clomping forward with his big shield. He first goes in, he like lowers the shoulder and goes in for his shield smash with his spiked shield. That is a 19 to hit. 6 piercing damage as
Are you okay?
get rammed with the shield. And then he goes in for his multi-attack.
Oh my god.
That is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Misses. Hits with the shield and then swings with the Morning Star, and you just deflect it with your shield as you're ducking backwards. Okay, that's his turn. He moved up to do that.
All right, Safira.
Okay, sweet. Oh my god.
Could you hit something,
Please, for the love of God.
Graven misses a giant bolt of light and goes, "Could you hit something?"
I got you.
Yeah, that was really scary. 19 to hit.
hits. Roll for damage.
Ah, and I
His
get
first taking damage.
and I take Colossus, right? Okay. Okay. 17 total
No,
damage.
14. Oh, is it plus? Sorry, I'm so sorry. 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 I'm so sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
sorry.
The math is so sorry. I'm so sorry.
17.
Safira, sort of with the guy facing Graven, is able to line up a shot, and it goes into the back shoulder, and he kind of reels back from the hurt, and you can see him shaking a little bit. It's like jammed into his neck, and he reaches up and he kind of pulls it out, and it pulls like a chunk of flesh
There
out
we
with
go.
Classic Safira.
That's what I
Nothing
need.
for 10
I know,
rounds.
I'm sorry, and then I do 17
Still up.
damage. I'm not moving, so that's
I
it.
can use Warding Flare again next time.
Who's next?
It's me.
Orba.
Erland has a turn.
God, I just did so much damage.
Theoretically, if I poked my head into that alley where that Erland's running down, can I get vision of this guy?
No, he's around the corner
He's
of this
around the
building
corner.
here, yeah.
I don't even think I'd be able to help you at all, buddy. Orba's already fucking knee deep in this, so she's gonna try to climb up on
Give me
that
an
roof
athletics
again. Come on, do something good.
Again, nowhere really to find your hands on this sort of smooth pink stone on the sides of these buildings.
I can't try again.
You're gonna have to. What you're gonna have to do is, we'll say that took 10 feet of movement, and you're gonna have to take 5, 10, 15, 20 to try and go around and try and find a different spot to climb up.
Okay.
So this was 25 feet of movement.
Okay.
So in order to try again, you're gonna have to use your dash action.
Okay. Let's try it.
Okay.
And as I'm turning that corner, I want to make sure nobody's there.
No, I don't see anyone there.
Sharpshooter
Let me
was
use
right
a
around
different die.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
13.
13. This time there is
There
a
we go.
windowsill there, and you put your foot on it. And this roof isn't very tall. This one's only a 20
Yes.
or like 10, 15 foot building. Grab the edge of it, pull yourself up and over. And give me a perception check now that you're up on the roof. Here.
Oh, shit.
12.
12. You don't see anything.
No.
Would I have had a chance to take my spyglass out, or is that an action?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Not after climbing up. No.
All right. Orba's gonna throw in the towel, I think.
You have like 20 feet of movement left.
Yeah.
Use your dash.
I think
Lay
she's,
down.
actually, yes. I think that's what she's
Go
gonna do. She's
prone.
gonna get prone on the.
Okay.
on the
Oh,
roof.
sick.
There we go.
Just like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see anything, so. Great. So it's Beezaura,
Okay. Keep going.
sharpshooter,
Sharpshooter, keep going.
Erland.
All right.
Orba,
we're
like,
gonna
triumphantly
use,
stands up on top
what
of
is that, like?
You can make it.
25 feet of
Yeah.
movement up to the guy, and sort of coming right around, two-handed quarterstaff attack around the corner.
Graven watches as Erland kind of emerges from behind the building.
22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll for damage.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Here we go.
Show us how it's done.
There we go.
So Erland, sort of hearing his friend in distress, sprints through the houses, comes around the corner, two-handed quarterstaff attack, pins his head against the wall, and then gives it a squish.
Yeah.
Gives it a squish. Give it a squish, will you?
Give it a squish. Just give it a squish for us.
That was supposed to be gross, not cute.
And as you guys
And a
are sort
crunch.
of coming back together and chatting, I'm going to try and do the music, so.
What?
Go ahead and-
Talk amongst yourselves.
You all right, Goliath?
Graven.
They took Beezaura under.
Where's Orba?
She's Orba's fine. She's fine.
They took Beezaura under the earth. There's a
do you
hole in
mean
this
under the
building. I don't know. I didn't have a chance
I'm
to
gonna
look
run
down
and
there.
try to I want to look at the hole, I guess, and try to see.
I'll start
Graven's
to.
like slumped against the wall a little bit.
Do you need healing? Are you out of energy?
We have potions we can use.
I know, but you go look for Beezaura.
Go look for Beezaura real quick.
Goliath, do you need healing?
No.
All right,
Who's going in? What are you doing first?
I would love to take out my spyglass and see if I can get it.
Take out the spyglass. Give me one more perception check.
Can I start to
He
see?
has taken another turn at
I
this
know.
point. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
13.
13. You don't spell.
Safira having run in, can I sort of start to corral the horses?
Yes, sure. So Erland kind of goes around. Give me an investigation check. Give me with advantage, because you guys, they never took any damage. They didn't go too far.
Investigation. Why am I 16?
16. You're able to track down all the horses, including Dog's horse as well. So you guys have an extra horse.
Awesome.
as well at the moment.
So I'm going to sort of corral them in. Is there like a place where I
Dog's
can
never seeing that horse.
sort of? I know we're not in combat anymore. Is there like near the house where Beezaura? Is there a place where I can maybe like tie them up so that
Sure.
they don't...
Yeah. There's pieces of rubble and things. I mean, you can certainly.
So yeah, just
They're not
by
gonna run
the
off
like
without-
on the path, just by knowing that we're going to probably look around this house a little bit. I want to give them a tie off, give them a pat.
Great. Give me an animal handling check, and then did you go inside or no? Just
I went
Safira?
inside.
Okay.
14
Safira.
on the animal handling.
Great, so you're able to sort of soothe and corral them. You have them all kind of, they're, again, sort of agitated by the fact they can't see. The mist is kind of swirling about, but they're calmed by your presence. A couple of them, as you grab them, they kind of move towards you, sort of recognizing
Yeah,
a
I'll give
familiar
them like a little
presence. Yeah.
pat as
Bring
I
them
sort
along.
of corral them. It's all right. It's all right.
So Safira, you run into the house, and again, you see what Graven saw. Really simple interior, hole dug into the center. It does seem like it could be the work of lizard folk. The hole's big enough for any of these like lizard folk adults that you've seen. They could certainly fit through it.
Okay, I'm looking for anything that looks like a little halfling body was dragged down here.
There is some like chipping in the walls and stuff that could have been signs of a scuffle, but again,
I don't
it's
see
pretty
like little
dilapidated.
leg marks going down the.
You do not.
Okay.
Little trail of draft jacket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of come out and say, we have to go down there.
Doctor, I got the horse. I have the horses.
Are you alright?
Start your. I'll go get Orba. You.
Do you want me to
can
go down
start.
alone?
Yeah.
Am I back?
Okay.
If you want
Yeah, we'll say
to.
you pulled them back up.
I'm gonna
I'll come with you.
Okay. And I want to start going down the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. And Graven,
I'm gonna hold an action, cure wounds action if I see any lizard folk like coming at us.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to find
Okay,
Orba.
give me an investigation check.
Can I, while I'm sort of going with Safira as we're sort of moving down, can I just put a hand on my healing girdle and give myself a heal?
Yes.
7.
7. You don't see. Are you after you've sort of looked through the spyglass? You don't see anything. Are you continuing to move? Or are you heading back towards where they were?
I'm considering trying to climb onto this tallest point just to see if there was anything on that platform.
Okay, that's a
Is that spicy?
that's a 15-foot leap up to this next level here.
A leap, you say?
I mean, a vertical leap.
Right,
yes.
yeah, no.
There are rules for that.
I'm just fooling. Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
Let's leap.
Graven's like Orba.
You don't see her at this point.
But he feels her doing naughty things.
Let me just quickly
You can sense it.
see if it's close enough. High jump. When you make a high jump, you can leap in the air equal to your strength 3 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so 2.
Yes. You cannot reach that. You run over to it and you sort of gauge it, and you're not gonna make that jump.
Okay, so I guess she's gonna like turn, like stay low to the ground and look toward her friends and just kind of wait and
As
see
she
if.
peeks her head over the edge, you can see her as you're moving down the alley. You see her peeking over the edge.
Orba, come down. They took Beezaura underground. We have to go follow her.
Can you catch me?
Yes.
It's not very far with Graven's help.
I have 1 hit point. I want to fuck around here.
Graven winces.
You both get knocked out.
I take 1 damaging fall unconscious.
Both of you. And they're never seen again.
Y'all are blindly in the blind.
Orba like puts her hands around his head. Are you okay?
Yes, let's go. We need to go find her.
Okay. Are you okay? though?
No, I'll be all right eventually.
Okay.
Come on.
You guys heading back in that direction? Okay,
take
so we'll
my
go to
mask off.
Erland and Safira. So you guys start to move a little bit down this tunnel.
The horses are tied up.
The horses are
Yeah, I
tied just
tied up the horses
outside.
right by
Yeah,
the-
just
okay.
outside the domicile. And you start to move down the tunnel. It's steep at first, but then you sort of reach out, use the sides to brace yourself down a little bit, and then it levels out in sort of harder clay surface. It's deathly quiet, except for what sounds like a muffled set of shuffling footsteps, maybe at the very bottom of this tunnel. And in addition to that, there's a very gentle lapping, kind of like moving your hand back and forth in a tub, like just a little bit of water movement. not like a river or anything. Sort of very quiet. Give me both perception checks.
4.
You both have to.
Your dice sucks.
Your
6.
dice sucks.
Other than that, not able to discern anything at this point.
Just gonna sort of. Is it still a single tunnel and it opens up?
Single
I'm gonna
tunnel.
kind of like.
You haven't seen the end of it yet.
Gonna follow Safira's lead.
Give me stealth checks for both.
Your dice sucks. 24.
8.
Safira moving.
Shaming over
She takes a step down, and it's very dark, and even with the dark vision, there's a little bit of loose clay around in the tunnel, and you hear Safira's foot kind of
Grab her.
little trickling of stone. And the footsteps that you kind of heard stop.
Can I ready my bow and ready
Okay.
an action? Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna have my bow.
What is specifically?
Anything?
Anything?
I'm gonna ready a non-lethal attack.
Range
Can I
attacks
do
can't be
that? They
non-lethal.
can't be non-lethal.
Can I give Safira just a...
You can see her leading the way of these.
I'm gonna like put my bow away.
Wait a second just to hear if we hear any more footsteps?
Give me a perception check.
16.
16. Sounds like you hear a little. And it sounds like it might be getting closer to you.
And there's no single tunnels? How high is the tunnel?
It's like you're kind of ducking a little bit. It's just high enough to like move through. You're not like super crouched,
Do we
but
see it opening up at all?
you haven't gotten down far enough to see it open up yet.
Okay. Hearing the footsteps coming closer, I'm gonna start to scamper very, very quietly, but quickly towards the footsteps.
Towards the sound?
Yeah.
Scamper.
What are you doing? You were ahead of Erland and it's tight, so what were you
I'm
doing?
gonna hang back and
Okay.
I'm gonna quit my bow again.
Now that he can't see me.
Well, no, you just ran ahead, you dick.
Like quietly and like...
Start going ahead.
Are we in the tunnel at this point?
Not quite yet. So you watch as Erland kind of traverses a little bit. And you can see the tunnel.
And can I ready something if I'm running? Is
Yeah.
that allowed?
Yeah.
So if I see any creature, actually, I'm gonna try and tackle and... Can you restrain? What?
You can grapple.
Any creature.
Grapple. Any creature, I'm gonna sort of try and tackle and just...
Okay, so to ready it, it does have
Sewer
to
rat.
get within melee range of you without seeing you. If it sees you from like too far away,
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
so if I get within range of it, I'm gonna
Sure.
try and
grab
grab
it. Great.
Yeah.
You move quickly. And the tunnel's short in total. You were moving kind of slowly through it, but it was maybe 100 feet-ish. And you can see where the sides just start to flare open at the end. But before that happens, you can see a lizard folk moving up the tunnel. He hasn't quite seen you yet. You have a brief moment here. What are you doing?
How far away is he?
I mean, you would have time to run up and tackle him if that's what you want to do.
Okay, no, I'm gonna pull up the quarterstaff that as I'm
Okay.
going and full two-handed
Great.
quarterstaff.
And he
attack
kind of
on him.
looks up just as you're coming in. Make an attack roll.
Come on.
21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll for damage.
Combat, I put all my stuff away. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage. You whack him, and it seems like he was reaching for something, and at first you thought it was a weapon, but it looked like it was a bottle, like a potion bottle, maybe. And as you hit him, he drops it, and it smashes against the floor there. And he kind of goes back at you with a claw attack. 11 to hit.
Do I
11
see?
misses.
Since I had an attack.
Yeah, so
ready,
Erland went a
can I-
little ahead of you, so after he makes his swiping claw attack, now you can come down and fire the bow. Go ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
Do I see what kind of potion bottle it was?
No, it's very dark. You don't see colors in dark vision, and it's black in here.
23 to hit.
23 hits, roll for damage. He is hurt.
Great. 12 total damage.
12 total damage. Great. Gets hit with an arrow, and he's sort of staggering from the kind of from the impact of the bow. It's Erland's turn again.
Two-handed quarterstaff right back
Strike
at him.
again. And you can hear him kind of
8.
8 misses. Oh, 8 hit. Yeah, 8 misses. Dodges out of the way.
Can I get my bonus action attack?
Sure. Yeah.
Punch. So, miss, and I'm going to try and follow up with like a knee.
Yeah.
I guess I did not the first time too. 24.
24 hits. Roll for damage.
6 bludgeoning
6
damage.
bludgeoning damage. As he's coming in for one more claw attack, your knee comes up and hits him right in the chin. He crumples to the ground.
Can I, where the potion is, if I like touch it and give it a smell, can I smell if it's a healing potion or I smell torpor as well?
Yes,
is what I
give
think it might
me
be.
give me a medicine check.
What what is my medicine? 14.
14. It is a potion you've experienced before, not torpor. Back in Urin Chupa, you ingested a dose of drow poison.
I sure did.
And it smells like that's what it is.
Can you remind me the difference between drow poison and torpor?
So, drow poison causes, I believe, unconsciousness. And it poisons you and makes you unconscious. Torpor makes you incapacitated. And the difference is a target that's been drow poisoned, if you were to hit that target, they would wake up out of their unconscious. Torpor, you're incapacitated. If you were to get hit, it would not wake you up. You wouldn't wake up from this. So torpor is sort of a next level of, but it's not that.
So Graven took drow poisoning, right, when he was unconscious?
Yes.
And you took it too.
Yes. With
I'm gonna sort of.
So
is
you
Safira
see,
here?
you see Erland kind of reach
And
out.
I have another attack ready because we're just in the, you know.
You're still in the tunnel.
Drow poisoning.
Why? Was he gonna take it?
Beezaura, maybe. I'm gonna sort of. Does it open up in front of us?
Yeah, so you go down.
So I'm gonna
just
sort
a
of
little bit.
quietly.
Give me a stealth check. At this point, Graven and Orba have come to the edge, and you heard just as you were coming in a little, and then quiet again. You don't know what has happened.
I don't
12.
feel so good.
Me neither.
Do we wait?
It would take me a long time to heal us both, but I could heal one of us.
Why, let it be you then. I'll follow behind you. I'll be safe.
No, we're gonna stay together.
Yeah, that's what
Come
I mean.
on.
You lead the way,
All right.
but heal yourself.
If you can see anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'll make a light when we get down there.
Okay.
All right. You can jump down.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not a jump. It's sort of a crit.
No.
Yes! Why are you
Are
the
you doing
worst?
No.
Okay. It is pitch black, and as the only person with dark vision,
Yeah.
as soon as you're in the tunnel, you can't see a thing.
Okay. I'm gonna make a light.
Okay.
Mace.
What are you using, Mace?
Light. Yeah.
And you guys, as you're moving quietly down a little bit, you see the tunnel fill with light behind you a little bit.
We recognize that light from Graven, yeah.
Maybe it's a magical
Is it
light.
green?
I mean, it doesn't have like a signature light
Yeah.
necessarily.
Well, we know they're coming behind us.
Yes.
Theoretically.
Like
I'm gonna sort of look over the
fills.
shoulder.
And so you've gotten close to the edge. It comes out a little bit, flares out at you. To the right of just as it opens up, there's a small wooden table. And it looks to have another couple of glass bottles fitted into a rack kind of at this table. Most of them look empty, and a couple of them are kind of cracked or used. Corks have been taken out. Looks like one of them might still be filled.
Okay.
Sitting on the table is also what you're pretty sure, having seen it quite a lot at this point, Beezaura's flail and Beezaura's shield sitting on the table next to this rack of sort of bottles. Bloodstained and battle-worn, but now lying lifeless without their sort of typical steady guiding hand of Beezaura. On the ground is one of the weighted nets that you did catch sight of a couple times that they were throwing and that Beezaura had been wrapped up and pulled. Looks like it's damaged in a few places, ropes frayed, kind of cut in a couple spots. Now needing maybe a little bit of repair to be used again. And you hear that lapping noise again. This time with a little more intensity. Sounds a little hollow, echoing due perhaps to the kind of size of the space that it's in. And at the end of this ramp, the ground flattens out. Take a step in quietly. Take a look around. You're in this kind of cold air cavern. Drastic shift from the warm temperature, sort of temperate climate above. You see wisps of fog that have kind of obscured the ground somewhat, but the fog hasn't fully kind of come into this chamber, so it's not filled with fog the way the kind of ruins are. And perhaps a little further ahead of you, maybe another 20, 30 feet, is the edge of a sizable subterranean lake. This big open lake. And the ceilings are low, but the water stretches out. It's pretty big, maybe 90 feet across on both ways at its widest point. And there is like a little strip of kind of muddy earth around the perimeter, but it's this sort of big, sizable lake in the bottom of this pit. At the bank closest to you is a small wooden raft, no bigger than 5 by 5 feet. No paddle or anything, literally just some strapped kind of thin logs together. And roughly in the center of the lake, there's this large, flat stone that sticks up above the surface, creating a little platform. And lying unmoving on this protruding rock is a small humanoid figure, wet hair sticking to her chainmail armor. looks like Beezaura. And that is where we're going to take our break. So it's opened up in this kind of wide chamber, sort of underground subterranean lake, and in the middle of the lake on a little rock, Beezaura is sitting.
What is
She
wrong
looks
with these
unconscious.
lizard folk? This is some cult shit that they're doing underground.
That is where we'll pick it up when we come back. I think we will have Leah when we come back. We'll see. We do. Excellent. Glad to hear that. I don't have to stall. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us as always. We're going to take a quick dinner break and then we'll come back and we will...
Oh my god.
Thanks for the bits and the subs. And
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thanks so
Oh
much.
yeah,
that
so
was the raids.
I
I love that guy. Yeah, he's the best.
Thank you.
Always a good guy.
Especially. Also, for anybody who's new, I still managed to put a recap during the break. So 5 minutes into the break, you'll get the recap for chapter
Oh my god.
58.
Yes.
So in case you're not sure how we wound up in this beautiful, beautiful.
Once again, spoiler alert, I think a lot of people just kind of come and go, which is totally fine, but it gives you a little bit of context for where we are, which is always helpful. So stick around and check it out.
Yeah.
And other than that, we'll see you on the other side.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, we just got raided.
Oh my god!
What other shit can we make up?
Chapter 58, Ruined Relationships, our friends rest a moment after vanquishing the lizard folk, and Erland shares the message from Marvin Bishop.
Marvin Bishop had a falling out with Grimari. These are all things that we know, and he's sort of confirmed. The disagreement was over the use of organic alchemy, as we suspected.
Like turning people into myconids.
Exactly.
Okay.
His idea for organic alchemy was to take people who are near death, who are near the end of their lives, and turn them into myconids.
With the ethics of turning the near-dead into possibly fully aware mushroom humanoids still up in the air, our friends debate the fate of Marvin.
And unless, he's taken by someone who is actively trying to stop the spread of myconid extract, there is a need to keep him alive.
Beezaura doesn't mention the fact that Marvin's captors were only able to find him after she gave away his location in exchange for an upper hand in her chess piece endeavors.
Did he get any sort of look at these people who took him?
We don't know who he was kidnapped by.
Their rest ends, and Dodd continues to guide our friends, but requests they make a stop at a specific tree.
They say that you can carve a message into it for someone who is dead, and that person will receive the message in the afterlife. If you carve a name into the tree, as if you're sending a message to someone that is dead, but the person is not dead, the tree immediately heals itself. The carvings close, and it's as if you wrote nothing at all.
Our friends take this opportunity to send messages to the deceased, the missing, and the long since seen.
Sangri La.
And the carvings in the tree close.
The missing Lady Sangrila is still alive.
I'm going to make the family stronger than it ever was.
Beezaura's mom is still very dead.
Grimari.
Okay.
I regret nothing.
And before you even get that message all the way out,
Grimari is alive and Erland is savage.
Watchy Road. And see if
you finish the name.
anything happens.
Let's see what's up.
Just checking.
Safira's trainer is alive.
Father, I'm free.
Orba's father is alive. And finally, the group rides on and closes in on the gates of the Ruins of Joiruc. Erland and Dodd enter the gatehouse to open the gates, but the fog that infests the ruins also occupies the gatehouse, making it impossible for Erland and Dodd to see one another.
Yes.
I think, might be stuck.
But when Erland passes through the fog to assist Dodd, he finds him unstuck, seated on a stool, and holding a bomb.
I wish you had never seen my tattoo. I was never granted remission. But after everything I did, they still would not give it to me. I ran. They offered immediate and undisputed remission for returning me alive. And just like that, all my friends, the men that I considered family, gone. You would not believe how easy it is to get people to turn on each other when you've hollowed them out inside. I don't want to kill another one of my brothers, Erland.
I'm not going to take you in.
But words aren't enough for Dodd. He lights the bomb, forcing Erland to jump out the window and land near his friends as the building explodes. Erland catches a glimpse of Dodd escaping.
Do we need to run?
No, we don't need to run. He's not looking for a fight with all of us. He knows he can't win with all of us.
Is he looking for a fight with you?
Potentially.
Let's get our things together and go.
Except before our friends even have a moment to collect their thoughts, they are ambushed by another pack of lizard folk who capture Beezaura and attack the party.
Oh my god.
Really?
No!
Get out of here!
Oh, she doesn't want to fit in the building.
Someone's
I'm resisting.
Stuck on the building.
pulls her into the building. And Graven sort of nicks, but he's sort of distracted by the one lizard folk, and he moves his attention, and he sees Beezaura disappear into the building through the doorway there. And that's where we're gonna pick up.
Oh my god!
With Beezaura taken.
Will round 2 versus the lizard folk end well? Do our friends stand a chance in this grove without their guide? Is Beezaura about to experience some serious kidnapping karma? Find out next time on Tabletop Notch.
Welcome back, everybody. We'd like to welcome back Leah. Can we say what you were doing?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Leah was shooting. Feel free to.
Oh, an episode of Blue Bloods.
Yay!
Episode 5 of the new season.
Yeah.
Do we know
I'll let
when
you
it
know.
will be
Check it out.
airing?
I'm pretty sure it starts on December 4th, and then of course the 5th week would have been New Year's Day. So I'm pretty sure it won't show that day. So probably the second week of January.
Awesome.
But I will keep you
Check
posted.
it out.
All right.
Thank you.
Keep an eye out.
Bring in 2021 with
Yes.
Blue Bloods.
With Blue Bloods.
More importantly,
Screw booking jobs. It is a holiday today.
Oh,
It's
is it?
actually
Hey.
a couple.
Just one.
are you
Oh.
doing Sunday or today?
I know. It's fine. I got it. Don't worry.
Wait, you
don't worry.
spent like
I know.
so excited
I'm
about it.
sorry. I was distracted.
Do you want us to wait?
No, I got it.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness.
Give me one moment.
Oh.
She was so excited about
So
what
she was
it was
like,
too.
we got great days.
What is that day? Sorry. The 22nd.
Second.
Yes. Sorry, I was gonna write
In the meantime, I will
21st.
briefly show. This is now a sort of tile representation of the ruins that we've seen so far. So you guys came in. It's a little just off.
Our circuitous path.
So you guys, this was the south gate that you guys came through that split into two paths.
Okay.
And you can ignore all the I obviously took these from a board game. You can ignore all the superfluous stuff besides the path. So these were you saw like that body of water. It was a little lake, but these are all just homes and things. The road, you can see where it goes. So that's what you've undiscovered.
Oh, this is above.
Yeah, that's above.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
what
see,
we
I
are
see.
underneath right now.
Yes,
Okay,
you are.
I'm ready. I'm very sorry.
All right, let her rip.
Very sorry. That was a big mistake on my part. But appropriately before Thanksgiving, today is National Cranberry Relish Day.
Wow.
Good to prepare that ahead of time.
Does that differ from cranberry sauce?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Because I know that too well. Because I work at Whole Foods. And
If it's
relish.
cappuccino day again, I'm gonna kill someone.
No.
It's gonna be like macchiato day today.
And Whole Foods has a great cranberry orange relish. You can order it online or call the store.
Oh my.
Also,
promo.
it's National Go for a Ride Day. So you know what? Take a trip.
For like a dog?
Go home, visit your
for a
family
ride?
safely. But also, in the spirit of my own people, it's National Love Your Freckles Day. So if you got a freckle or a birthmark and you're like, oh, this is an annoying spot,
Love
just
it.
love it. Embrace it.
Wow.
That is all.
Love your freckles on a ride, eating cranberry wrap.
There we go. That's the way to celebrate.
Sounds good. Sounds a good way to get prepared to see your family. That is all.
And on that note, we return to the chamber underneath the ruins of Joiruc, where there's sort of a pool, a lake, subterranean, that Erland and Safira have discovered. Graven and Orba close behind, the light kind of drifting down the tunnel. and the motionless body of what you believe to be Beezaura sitting on a kind of stone in the center of the lake.
I kind of.
There's no one around, is there?
That you can see.
I'm gonna kind of move towards her stuff, and I want to kind of like see if there's anything that looks like it might be a trap, kind of around her stuff.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna sort of yell back to the light. I'm gonna say, "She's up here. She's up ahead."
Kind of echoes throughout the chamber a little bit. You guys start to move.
Does it seem to be the end of the cavern at the end of the lake?
As far as you can tell, yes, this tunnel opens up into this big open cavern. You don't see any other ways out immediately, as you can tell. Graven and
Is her stuff over by where that like potion rack was?
Yeah, there's only one table, and it has a rack of those potions and her shield and mace and flail lying on the top.
I'll go over then if
Safira's already taking a look. You don't see anything besides those objects.
Okay, then if I don't see anything, I'm gonna try to grab her stuff, and we have to get to her. I don't know if we can touch the water, but I'm just kind of like trying to protect it, and like I don't know.
And Graven and Orba come down as you see Safira kind of gathering up. You can see that it's Beezaura's shield and her flame.
Do I recognize a potion?
It looks similar to the one you saw in the lizard's hand.
The drow poisoning.
Yep.
I'll take the drow poisoning.
Sure. It looks like there's one vial bottle.
Okay.
Quiet. Sound travels very far in here.
Even as you're talking, you got.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
We need to get out to her now.
Yes.
I can.
She's probably under the effects of one of these potions.
I understand. We need to get to her now. Can we take this raft?
Does the raft seem big enough for all of us? Or?
All of you definitely not. You probably get 2 people on the raft.
A couple of us go on the raft.
One goes over, gets her, brings her back.
I'll get her.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna get on the
You start to move
raft.
over. Give me a perception check.
Come on, perception. 3.
The only thing you see as you get closer to the water's edge, a little bit of the water kind of lapping up against the edge. And very briefly you catch a sight of something moving through the water, just a couple of scales. And unless it's multiple things based on, you see a couple of scales come break the surface of the pond and go back under, and then a couple more. If it's one creature, it's enormous. At least 30 plus feet long, unless it was 2 separate instances of creature. You see those go up.
I see that, and I'm gonna kind of like motion behind me. And just I need you to be ready
A little louder
to
though.
levitate her.
A little louder though.
I need you to be ready to levitate her.
No, I can't. I cannot do that.
Okay, there's a huge creature in here, and I'm afraid if I go in that water, I might disturb it, and she's unconscious, and it needs one hit to take her out, so I'm going to be very careful. We need to figure out a very careful way to get into this water, because that creature is huge.
Remind me the distance from our shore to Beezaura?
So the thing's probably 90 feet across, so it's probably like 45-ish feet to the center, which is where she is.
Alright, do we have the antidote for drow poison? Do we have anything that could wake her up?
Just if you hit her, it should wake her up.
That will make noise though too.
No, we'll cover her mouth and slap her in the face.
I mean, I'll lump this into your medicine check. You can both hurt the creature, deal damage to it, that will wake them up. Or if you use an action to shake them awake, you can do so, yeah.
Or you could shake her.
But let's try slapping first.
But I've always wanted to slap her and not hear her talk ever.
I'm gonna kind of...
All I could do to help you is Mage Hand. That is all that I have that would be helpful.
Okay, we might... I'm going to get on that raft.
Be quiet.
I'm going to try to get across to her. If the creature sees me, I'm going to need you to distract it.
Is it, is the raft have an oar, or does it have one of those, ropes that you kind of...
It has neither of those things. Graven, give me a, and Safira, give me nature checks.
16.
forget where my nature is. 18.
18. You guys have both. Lizard folk are across multiple continents, both continents that you're from. You've dealt with them before. You've seen them in an aquatic setting, and they have very strong swimming tails. They easily could have been on the raft and used their tail to propel them across. There's no kind of oar or rope or anything you would use in that manner.
And is the lake super still?
It's very still, yeah. Aside from the little bit of rippling.
And how far to the middle?
It's 90 feet across, 45 to the middle of it.
What if, in order to create as little disturbance as possible, we push you and hope you drift?
It's gonna have to be that. Look, it's going to have to be that. Or we're gonna need to try to get a rope somehow tied to the other side. I don't know how else we're gonna go there.
Tiefling, can your magical hand push something?
Of a certain weight, it only has so much force behind it.
I can tell you would know that you couldn't wake a creature with that, because the hand can't perform actions. It requires an action to shake them, like a violent shake.
In regard to being able to push a boat.
Oh, it probably couldn't do that either. But yeah, it would not be enough force to wake up a unconscious target.
It's gonna
Climbing kits have how much rope?
50 feet, I think.
I have a climbing kit back on the horse. If we had 2...
I have a climbing kit on me right now.
If I go back and get mine, we can tie them all together and try to hold one end and go all the way around, and so that we're holding a rope all the way across.
We're going to want a rope, because if I can get her off of there, you're gonna need to pull me back in.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. So all the way across the pond, and then you can have something to traverse.
Someone takes the raft sort of along the edge with the rope. Is that what you're saying?
No. We have 100 feet of rope together.
With 2 tied together.
Yes.
I stand on one end. You literally walk all the way around.
It's not a cave. It's literally you can walk around.
Yeah, you can
I said there was a lip of earth around it.
Cool.
I mean, it is a cave, but there's a lip of earth around it.
And then she can use the rope to slowly go to the middle.
That's good.
Get Beezaura on the raft and slowly come back, hopefully.
Let's go get your rope then. I'm staying here waiting. I'm
gonna go with him just in case.
Okay. You follow Graven back.
But just as Graven's going, can I give him? Oh shit! Can I give him the bottle of potion, the potion of water breathing?
Sure.
And just say, put this in my saddlebag for me.
Okay.
I was encumbered.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can see, as when he had the drop weight, he just has a lot of stuff on him. Okay. You can tell that's what the implication.
That makes sense to me, thank you. Yeah.
I'll follow.
You work your way back up. The horses are right up there at the top. Give me perception checks for you guys as you come back up there.
the sharpshooter's just waiting at the
15?
9.
As you come up, Orba makes sure to peek around, look around, see if she can notice anything. Other than some sounds of general, and you hear just something flapping, you don't see or hear anything lizard folk sounding.
Just be quiet.
Okay. Over to Erland's bag. Or you could put his thing in, and then you get your rope out. Yep. Cleric can do so. Were you guys doing anything during the time where they scamper back up? You just waiting?
No, I just want to literally watch the water to try to see, is this thing swimming in a pattern?
Okay.
Is it
You do take a second to stand there at the edge. It looks like it's really swimming around in a circle, yeah. Slowly
do I, you're not going to be able to answer this, but do I get the impression from that it is aware of, that it's guarding something?
You don't.
I don't.
If I sort of now, taking this moment, can I look around the sort of immediate area and just see, I guess, signs of struggle, if there's anything else other than the sort of stuff we pretty quickly took in?
It's super sparse down here, besides the table. You don't see a sign of a struggle. You did see what looked like could have been signs for a struggle up above. Yeah. So it's possible she was knocked unconscious and then brought down here. Yes, you don't see additional signs of a struggle. Graven comes back down. Take a moment.
What did you find something down here? Why did you have too much?
There was an additional drow poisoning. I just took it as well.
Drow poisoning?
She's been drow poisoned. Sorry, she's been drow poisoned.
That looks to be the most likely case.
With the drow poisoning, what's it in? Can I see it?
I'm just going to show him it's a vial.
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle.
Someone stay on the edge, and if it attacks, opens its mouth.
It has to be, drow poisoning has to be inflicted by a blade of some
It's not an ingestion, it's a wound.
All right. Well, maybe I'll keep it just in case.
Look, let me coat a few of my arrows.
Not for this creature, you think? Would I know what a drought poison knock out a creature of that size?
I would say it can, but I will just say in practical terms, a creature of that size has
Would it like
yes,
slow
would
it
be-
down at all? Does it do any extra
It depends on how badly it fit. I mean, it's possible. It does not do extra damage.
The drow poisoning was for our halfling friend, not the creature.
It's meant for like a humanoid-sized creature, not a...
I will I'll walk around since it requires some
Got it.
being nimble.
Go.
So I'll sort of take the end of the rope and start.
I'll
I'll like have it wound up so that I can sort of not dip it into the water and
kind of feed it as you go.
shimmy along the
Give me
edge.
an acrobatics check.
And I'll start
17.
start to angle myself to where I'll be right where the raft is.
Erland works his way around, unravels it as he goes, one at a time, kind of. And as you're moving along, the ground is soft, so you kind of sink your heels into it, make sure you don't fall in.
And as I'm sort of going around, I want to make sure I'm keeping it taut so that
it
it's
doesn't dip
staying
in the
above
water.
the water. Yeah.
So you're able to
Nice, good call.
gets all the way around to the other side. Graven's pulling the rope as taut as he
Sort of
possibly
settle
can.
in as well.
So given the distance, even no matter how hard two people pull on either end, it's dipping a little bit. It's just above the surface of the water. So right now you've got it taut, like pretty much, and it's draped.
Can we kind of like get it up onto the thing? That's
Yeah, you
on?
can. As soon as Erland gets to the other side, you can kind of pull,
okay.
and you've pulled it. I mean, it's sort of sitting partially on the rock there.
Okay.
Okay,
Try not to break the surface of the water.
I will. And I'm gonna like have the raft and kind of very carefully like one foot on and like the other foot on.
It rocks a little bit. You like lower your
And then
center of gravity a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
take and is there a way that I can have my but I mean I'm gonna have to use.
You'll have to use
I
two
mean,
hands
yeah.
to pull the rope.
Yeah, I'll just do this with one hand. I'll just fire an arrow like this. Okay, so I'm like steadying myself like a surfer, and I'm gonna like very slowly start to pull myself across.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh, this is the scariest stealth check I ever
Give me,
ever had to
baby.
make. Oh my god!
We're not.
11.
Anything else you'd like to use at this time?
Yeah.
I didn't want you to forget that you had it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Koozni.
Cashing it in?
Yeah, I'm cashing it in, Koozni.
Oh
It's down
no!
there.
See?
It's cashed.
It's
with my guy that
cash.
pissed me
You
off.
put it down the little slot.
Safira did it disrespectfully. She was like, "Screw you," while I do this. Okay, that's a 15.
15.
All hail Kuku's name.
And then you sort of time it so you get a little bit out, and then you wait for the sort of rippling of the water to move from in front of you and start to circle back around, and that's when you pull again. And you knock into the rock.
So I'm gonna like very carefully step off.
And it wobbles a little bit, making a little bit of splashing in the
And
water.
I'm gonna kind of signal to them that I'm here. I'm gonna immediately check Beezaura, see if she needs any medical attention. Is she breathing? Is she okay? She's unconscious.
Give me a medicine check. Graven, are you still lit? Do you have a thing still lit?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Like a mace maybe hanging
Yeah,
from my
yeah, that's
head.
fine.
Fucking hell! I am useless. 3.
3. I mean, you go over to her, and as far as you can tell, she's alive. You don't know under the effects of what, unconscious, whatnot.
Okay,
I explained what I thought to the group.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
I am going to put my hand over her mouth
Okay.
and like,
Give her a good shake.
and then as soon as she comes up,
You give her one good shake, and you wait for a moment, and you see kind of a... and you wake. And Beezaura kind of sits up, and you look around, and it's so dark, but you can see the light of Graven's mace kind of hanging from his belt, and he's pulling the rope taut, and you kind of trace the rope across, and you see Erland on the other side, holding it on the other side.
and I'm gonna motion for her to come with me, like to get onto the raft. I'm gonna take one step on the raft, another step, and I'm gonna feel the weight of it, wait for a second, and then.
Is all my stuff sitting right there?
Your
No,
stuff
my
was...
stuff. Your stuff is I had your stuff.
Your backpack is still with you. We'll just say that was
Okay.
still on you, but your weapons were on the shore.
And armor.
Yeah. You no, her
Oh, shield.
her shield and her weapon. Sorry.
I'll get up and go.
And as the two of you stand on, it sinks a little further. It makes a little.
And I'm gonna
rippling
look at
back and
Beezaura
forth.
and say, point to the water and go. And then I'm gonna start to kind of like.
Give me a athletics check with advantage as you're pulling the two of you across. You have a friend to steady you, and I need both of you to make a stealth check. So athletics with advantage, and then both of you make a stealth check.
Nat 20.
Oh my god, okay, 19 for
Missed you.
athletics. Stealth. That's cocked. That's 10.
10. So you feel Beezaura sort of help steady you. The two of you grab the rope, and as Safira is pulling it, you just make sure that she sort of stays centered on the raft. And as the two of you are moving along, again, the raft's a little lower in the water. At one point, it dips on one side, and the water kind of comes up a little bit, and you steady a little bit. You start to pull yourself a little more. And the rippling starts to come around. It's on the other side, kind of just passed by Erland, and is circling
I'm
around, and it's
motion
moving a
almost
little
to
quicker.
Orba, like, this is your shot. You want to distract it.
Spirit continues to pull.
Do I see it moving quickly towards them?
You do see it moving
Can
quickly
I?
towards them.
Am I on like dirt
it's
right
moving
now?
toward them?
Yeah.
Can I?
It's circling around because it's like
yeah, but not like.
no, because a
beeline.
beeline would have been through the rock
I
in
guess
the middle.
it didn't like pick up speed or
It did.
anything.
It did pick up speed.
It did.
Yes.
It looks like it's moving
So if
towards
I'm,
us.
if I'm on the other side, are there any
help.
stones
Thank
or
you.
rocks around me? Like on the edge
in
there?
the walls.
Like on the walls? Nothing on. Would I be able to take my hand off, one hand off, and grab something, or
Maybe.
would I? Is it what kind of ground is it? Is it dirt?
It's like it's like a muddy dirt. You dug your feet down into it, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, can I just not? I don't want to take my hand off of anything. Then can I just try and like with my toe, kind of like kick a bunch of dirt into the water?
Sure. Give me a deception check.
13.
And a bunch of mud kind of skitters across water. As you do so, picking up your feet causes the rope to dip a little bit, and it kisses the water, and the top of the scales at the top of the water kind of start to move back in the opposite direction.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it taut again.
And I'm
Pulls
gonna
it
try.
top.
Can I try to pick up the pace? And
Yep,
like,
picks up the pace a little bit. Give me both of you athletics checks.
Athletics.
Yep.
That's cocked again. Is that cocked?
14.
In my mind, 11.
11. Pulls a little more. And now it went a little towards where Erland was, but the picking up of the pace is making noise in the water. And once again, starts swimming around clockwise around the stone toward you. You're getting closer.
I want to kind of to Beezaura.
Am I close
Are we
enough
close
to
enough?
jump?
You're getting closer.
Can I? Oh, sorry. As there.
Would you like to jump, or are you going to wait for her to pull it all the way there?
How far are we?
I mean, the thing is, you're not close enough to jump yet, but you're prepping yourself.
about to be.
Do you want to jump when you get close enough to jump?
Sure.
Okay. Gets close.
We'll be at the shore.
Get closer. Zara steadies herself.
As they're doing that,
Yep.
I want to take a hand off, try and grab a rock, and throw it really hard
Give me an
into the
athletics
water.
check.
And at this point, I can kind of they're close enough to me where
Yeah,
if I pulled it
early-
taut, I could kind of
Yes,
pull them faster.
they'll lose the kind of straight trajectory, but they'll
Yeah.
certainly still come towards you. Yes.
12.
12. You loosen again. Again, the rope kind of gets a little slack, and Graven tries to pick it up on the other
if I
end.
feel
Yep,
that,
you grab a
I
rock.
And I want to throw it like if we're on opposite sides, they're here, I'm here. I want to throw it. If it's going this way, I want to throw it like over here.
Sure.
So,
Hurl it. Pum. It's a big plunk sound, and it slows for a second, but it hears the noise of the raft. It starts to move closer. Give me an athletics check for your help.
I'm pulling.
Orba's ready to catch Beezaura.
16.
16. Zara takes one step, and the raft like tips to one side as she puts one foot down and jumps. You guys catch her on the other side. Safira gets a little closer, and at this moment, the sort of creature's coming up, and you can see the snout of what looks to be an enormous crocodile as its snout sort of comes up above the water, and the
Safira, jump! Now!
I'm gonna
give me an athletics check.
get the
And you see it
out of there.
reach the water.
Oh my god. That's a 6.
6.
Oh,
Clips the back of your foot, and Graven grabs her and pulls. It's gonna get sort of a scraping partial attack here.
Oh my god.
I thought this was going to be like a Jonah and the Whale movie.
I'm already ready. I'm just ready.
Yeah, that's a
That
22
too.
to hit.
I don't know why that's
Definitely hits.
And
That was very weird for me.
you take 12 piercing damage.
Holy shit.
As the sort of
auto-kill you?
teeth come down into the back of your ankle and you pull and it kind of tears at your boot and a little bit of blood comes pouring out of its mouth and it kind of opens its mouth once more to try and get like a better grip. Give me athletics checks for the two of you as you're pulling her out.
Oh gosh.
Athletics.
You can hear
19.
Nat 20!
Wow.
pull and the three of you all
Time.
kind of fall backwards onto the surface and it kind of breaches
Get away from the
and
water.
hangs right there at the edge of the
Get
water.
away from the
And
water
I'm trying
now.
to move everyone away from the water as fast
Did
as
they
I
drop the
can.
rope?
I mean, I caught someone.
I'm gonna have to
Okay,
say yes.
great.
Then, yeah.
So I'm gonna start quickly. I'm not gonna move yet, but I'm gonna start quickly taking the rope.
It's 100 feet of rope. That's gonna take and it's wet rope. That's gonna take a long time to coil up. You can do it, and it's dragging across the water.
Yeah,
It's literally like.
I want to do that.
Is the croc still staring at them?
Give me a perception check.
6.
6. It kind of hangs near the edge, but as you're pulling it, you're seeing it make sort of rippling trails in the water, and it looks like the croc is sort of diverting its attention a little bit. It might be looking kind of back towards where the rope is.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop the rope, and I'm gonna sort of take some stealthy steps to the side.
Give me a stealth check.
21.
21, Erland. And as you're sort of moving away, you can see the croc circling back around, and at one point it kind of takes the rope and pulls it under the water.
Rude.
And it keeps circling kind of clockwise in your direction, but you shuffle around.
I've had that climbing kiss since like episode 10.
You get back to the front side with everybody there.
What happened?
I think we need to explain above ground because that was an alligator and I'm pretty sure they can also traverse the ground. Yes?
Beezaura,
Okay.
do you have everything? I found your shield and your flail. I don't know if you, I don't know what you have.
All I have is
Do a
my.
quick check. As far as you can tell, you have everything besides your weapon and shield. That you.
Yes, I guess so. Let's
Okay,
just-
I'm
I
gonna
say
kind
we
of
try
give
to
her
find
her
shelter
stuff
in one
and
of the
make sure
other
she has
houses.
it. Okay.
Yes. I found an unoccupied house.
Lead the way.
Great.
Graven holding the light, and you breach out. And again, like you weren't even down there that long, but the light of the sort of ruins above, as you open the door, sort of comes at you. You shield your eyes a little bit, and it's quiet out there in the ruins. Are you heading to the sort of house you found?
Yeah, I guess the one by one of the ones that I opened up that seemed perhaps
You'd
the
lead them
largest,
down a
or-
little ways to the east, a little bit.
If there was any one with like a window that we could perhaps, as we're resting, be able to look out as well to make sure no one comes.
Yes. Graven Erland sort of waves everybody down, lead the horses down. It's not big enough to lead the horses into.
No.
Yeah.
But like we'll keep. There was like the lake opened up. We'll keep them on the horses sort of on the interior in the alleyway so that they can't be seen.
You do so.
As easily.
And you sort of look out, shut the door, and everyone's here.
Immediately sit down and start a prayer feeling.
I'm gonna take the potion of water breathing back on my horse.
Beezaura, do you remember anything?
I just remember being taken by the net and getting out of the net and then taken by the net again, and that's it.
Okay, well, I'm very glad they didn't kill you.
Me too.
Do you know why they would want you over any of us?
They seem to be trying to kill us. Why do they want to capture you?
I have no idea.
Well,
small.
you two were on
It's
the.
also the closest to that house at that time, just to...
Well, you two were on whatever that sort of sacrificial podium was. Did you see any markings? Did you see anything?
I barely looked, to be honest. I just wanted to get her off.
I think I was just the easiest to attack at the time. And powerful, I guess.
Let's take a moment to heal, rest maybe for an hour, and then start trying to find the east gate.
You want to stay here for an hour?
I don't know about that.
I don't want
If
to
we
stay
get
here
into
forever.
a combat again,
Well, I
feel
know
like
that's
we
what
are-
I'm saying is Dodd is still ostensibly fucking here.
okay, then we heal quickly and we try and find the east gate and get out of here.
I only need about 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
The one...
I'll keep an eye out the window just as
Give me a perception check. Give me with advantage. You have a sort of vantage point here.
Both of those rolls suck.
Suck.
Perception? 7.
Okay. I mean, you have a view out onto the street. Again, you're back in the fog, so you have a decent view of what you can see through the fog. But
Can I, just as I'm looking out the window, Tiefling a spyglass?
that won't help.
Oh, it won't?
The fog is blocking from a distance.
okay.
I mean,
The one piece of important information, the creature that was aiming at us from high above escaped. Everybody else, I think we got. Oh, gosh. But that creature is at large.
Okay, so when we're
Then I think
traveling,
we definitely need to get out of here.
If we're traveling and we see a sort of light,
we know what to do. We know to get underneath the ledge and we know to get down, right?
Yeah.
it takes him a second to fire, it seems.
Right.
East Gate.
Yes.
Graven finishes casting the spell.
8 plus 3.
Did I
11.
take any permanent damage from that?
Yes.
Everybody gains 11.
You took 11 damage between last time and now.
Shouldn't have
Balance.
asked.
Well, now you're healing 11, so
you just
you're
healed 11.
Oh.
'cause
Oh.
That's what
Oh, that's how much it was. I think you said 13. But
Well, then I will
then
keep
you
it
got exactly.
Right? 8 plus 3.
So we all heal 11?
Yes.
Okay.
What time is it right now?
You'd guess like 3, almost maybe 3, somewhere between 3 and 4.
Okay.
You haven't been in the ruins very long.
No, I know. It's just a long day.
My energies are spent. That is all I have left.
Okay.
Alright, so let's keep our heads down.
Get out of here then and then rest.
And
Yes.
and also I think we learned, and I'm sorry this is on me, but I think we learned from the first time and from the bomb and from yelling at Dodd that being quiet is of the utmost importance as we're travelling through here, so as to not disturb any more lizard folk, which we know there are.
Yes, I agree. Yes. Well, let's get on our horses and go. Or perhaps even walk our horses if that's quieter.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
Are we leaving his horse behind?
No, we should
No,
take
we
the
should
horse.
take it.
Alright.
Alright, let's go.
Graven finishes up the prayer. Healing energy goes out. You return to the horses, unhooking them from their spot. You guys begin to travel east through the fog. You travel along the road. There's little to sort of quell this growing sense of paranoia as you travel through the ruins. Possibility of an ambush ever present, and your former guide's whereabouts unknown. To give it some credit, however, progression is pretty smooth along the road. There's plenty of space. It's not broken up by trees. The party has a very easy time kind of keeping close without bumping into each other. And for some time, there isn't much available deviation from the path that you've chosen. You sort of go down the road here. This was the south gate that you came in, so red is north on the thing, so you guys are traveling along the road to the east there.
Can I keep an eye out for... Dodd said that in the center of the city was a tower.
Sure.
Can I just keep an eye out to make sure that we have our bearings?
Yes.
I know the fog is...
30 feet from any... I mean, it was better when you were up on the rooftops. You could definitely see more. But from here on the ground, again, you've returned to 20, maybe 30 feet. And that's all you can see. So, sure, but you can't see the tops of buildings.
Okay, and can I also keep an eye out for... He talked about the water wheels.
Yes.
In case we just see any... I don't know
yeah.
where they would be, but he talked about those.
Yep.
Getting rid of fog, so I'll keep an eye out for that.
So, again, for a time, there isn't really much deviation from the path. You travel straight for a while. One time, there's maybe a little small offshoot, but you can even see down, and it looks like a dead end. A little crumbling facade on the far side. May have once served as a lookout tower, but it doesn't seem to rise above the exterior walls. And a little bit further, and you get to another intersection.
Gotta love a fork in the road.
And with the pathing as rigid as it's been, you're pretty confident about your orientation. One option is to continue east, and the other is to take a left and head a little bit north. And in the middle of this intersection, Orba keeping out a sharp eye, there's also something else. First time that the road has been obstructed by anything other than the occasional chunk of rubble, stubborn patch of grass. It would be easy enough to get around, but you see what looks to be a series of wooden slats sticking out from a central axle that's been anchored into the ground. And in between each slat is a rod that sits at about waist height. So it's like big wooden slat, rod, big wooden slat, and a bunch of those. So it has kind of a spiral or flower pattern if you were to look at it from above. And And it looks like, on this central axle, with some effort, it could rotate around. So you see the two paths, and this in the middle of that intersection, that device.
Orba's gonna just stop for a quick second and point toward the water wheel. I believe this is one of the mechanisms Dodd mentioned that helped clear out the fog. I think we have a pretty good idea of where we're going, just dead east, but if we wanted a better understanding of our situation, we might want to use it.
Prevent another ambush.
We could also draw attention to ourselves
Exactly.
by doing it.
How are we feeling? I believe my understanding is we wanted to follow east and look for an east exit. Nothing north, nothing northeast, just east, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I see straight is an option, which is east.
I mean,
It does save time just to keep pushing forward. And less noise and distraction.
Alright. I guess if we can't see other things,
I guess
might
we
not be
can
able to
hope
see
that
us
he
either.
was not lying to us about the east exit.
I don't have an answer for that.
Well, I mean, regardless, we should follow the sort of walls of Joiruc in order to get out, and we are sort of, in theory, following the sort of easternmost wall.
Yeah, okay.
If we stop wandering in the middle, there's a chance we get lost.
And there's a chance we get attacked again, which we don't have the energy for, so I guess we just go east.
East.
Alright, let's keep going then.
Yes.
Who's in front here? Who are the two people coming in front?
I guess maybe.
I'll take. No.
Erland and Safira?
How long has it been since maybe we first got in here?
Half an hour? Maybe a little more.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
I mean,
What, a half hour?
the fight took 10 minutes.
All the time.
Got half an hour.
I know, give me a second, man.
Just asking. Just
All
saying.
right, everyone, Graven wanted me to do story time. Let's all sit down in the fog.
I'm just asking.
And you start to move east, leading the horses. Give me perception checks for the two.
Oh, I shouldn't have been. Why did I say I wanted to be in front?
with disadvantage.
Oh, good.
Sick.
That's gonna make it better.
I just pulled a muscle on my shoulder. I was so angry.
Oh
7.
boy. Get the check out.
Perception 10.
God, we're dead.
You move a little bit further, and the fog is, again, you see kind of shadows in the fog that give you a little bit of pause, but then as you move, it's usually sort of a chunk of stone, a piece of a house that's fallen off. And you move a little further, and you see another sort of shadow in front of you. You're not entirely sure what it is. And before you can kind of get a good sight on it, you're already very close to it because of the fog. You weren't able to kind of see it from a distance, and you watch the outline, which you expect to sort of sharpen into a more defined sort of piece of stone or something, but it stays sort of fuzzy, the outline. And then you see it kind of bristle, and it hears the noise and kind of...
Can I fucking cover?
Can I stop everyone?
Yeah. And as it raises its head, you see another... Looks like there's at least two of them.
And I'm just gonna start backing the whole group back.
Give me a stealth check. Give me the stealth check for the two people in front.
Tell them we're nice.
Oh my god.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
10.
10. Knock it back a little bit. And the sound, Safira was a little closer, and you can see it kind of look up toward the sound, but it doesn't quite get up yet. You guys back up a little bit. What are you doing? You lead everybody.
I'm gonna just keep leading everyone back and then... We can't go this way.
Are we far enough away that I could talk without alerting the bear? Probably.
Sure. Yeah.
You can't talk to them?
What is it?
I can't.
What is it?
Two copper bears, I think. Seem like copper bears.
I'm spent, I can't.
What about the drought poison?
There are how many bears did we
You saw
see?
at least two of
I
them. You saw two of them raise their heads.
If
What
we-
about getting on our horses and hightailing?
That's what I was... Do you know... You're familiar... Both of you are familiar with Anti-Suyu. If we attack it, we're in a fight. If we just run past, will they perhaps be startled but
the
not
problem
chase?
with running past is that we only have 20 feet of vision. We'll be running blind into
I don't want us to
what could be a wall.
It also makes a lot of noise to, move at a gallop.
run
with the horses.
blind into a wall, alert everything in Joiruc that we're here. We are going to die.
We don't... It's not like we know that north is safer.
No, we don't, but we know that there are 2 copper claws there. Unless we want to kill them, I don't think we're going to just walk by.
I will also say that it looked like you came up to, it looked like the road was turning as well a little bit.
So is that means we've gone all the way?
It might not be a perfect square.
You definitely don't know it's a perfect square, and you definitely don't know that that's the end either, that is the east wall.
I see.
Just you saw it turning.
I'm sorry, what was the issue with using drought poison?
If we attack it, we'll be seen as an enemy.
Okay, but
But if we ride
hopefully if
past,
the
I'm
drought...
saying, are they naturally
drought-
extremely territorial if we just run past
Yes,
it?
they are. That's why Dodd exists.
Right, but that was if people were encroaching on its land. If we just ride past,
If we ride past, that sounds pretty much to me like we're encroaching on its land.
Same. To a bear.
Look,
also
I can't
drought poisons for again same issue. It's for human-sized creatures.
Look, it
Could
knocked her
work, but
out.
yes,
It knocked her out, but I don't know that it's that tiny vial that we have of it is not going to knock
Okay, well
out
then
the
what do we do?
So we go back, we double
Why don't we
back.
just cause a distraction and throw some rocks or something? Try and get it to go off the path.
We're still surrounded by buildings and stuff, right?
On your left and right sides, yes.
I have an
Yep.
idea. I have like bombs in my bag.
That would create. But if you just even lit up a rock and threw it in sort of inwards, it might be
It's
attracted
not
to
a-
it.
I have
What
to be
if it's not
touching
gonna
it to
play
light it.
fetch?
I can't.
It can
What
stay
if we
lit
light one of the bombs and just blow up?
because that would create probably more noise than galloping.
No, what I was thinking
But we would kill
is
them.
here's what we want to do.
Not necessarily.
Why don't we create a diversion?
They're small.
One of us can sneak off, set the bomb, run back here, and then we sprint out of here.
We're still creating enough noise to draw
What's
attention
the-
beyond
No,
the bears.
at least drawing attention to a different place.
What is the problem with lighting a stone and trying to distract them?
I mean, try it. Go ahead.
What is the
They
problem?
might see me as soon as I light the stone.
That's true. And the most
Do we try going back and going the other direction?
But then
and
we
just-
we risk not finding the edge. We risk getting lost in the middle.
Dodd did mention that it is very easy to get lost in this place. That is why I am hesitant to leave this road.
And there might be other lizard creatures around and
So should we just...
There almost certainly
I mean-
are.
distract.
I have enough strength to go forward.
I mean, if it comes to it, yes, try and get as much attention on yourself as possible because we're not. But
I could try throwing something, or we could do the bomb.
We can try to distract it.
I think the bomb will
Wait,
be
I
loud.
have. No, I have to shoot it at a target.
A what?
My
Your
bow.
animus?
I have animus, which right now is equipped though to look like a bear with a wolf head. So I'm not sure that would really appeal to the copper claws here, but
Probably not. It might be scary, depending. But yes, you do need a target.
I'll
I
take a
can
look
try
around.
to scare it off if nothing else. What I can try to transform and scare it for a moment, let you guys ride past, and then try to take off after you.
Stone
Stone.
to start.
Stone to start.
Try and just
Bomb is
And
back
I'm gonna
up.
have my animus
I agree.
bow out, and I'm readying an attack with my animus bow in case the bear sees us. In case this alerts the bear
In
to
case
our
it comes
presence.
as soon as he lights
Like
the-
as soon as
I
he
can
lights
ready
the
my
thing
flail
and he
too.
throws it, then
fuck it.
I just want
Oh.
to see.
I thought I was gonna get on my horse because I thought we were gonna try and ride past it as
No.
a distraction.
Look, if I look,
So we're going slowly by.
here's the plan.
Ride slowly, but it's faster than leading it.
If the rock doesn't work and we can't just get them to wander off and just pass by slowly, then it might be true that the only way we're going to get past this is with some kind of distraction or violence. I can transform. I'm happy to fight with them for a moment and then try to run off after you.
I feel like we've tried these very intricate, sneaky bypass things before, and it did not go in our
That's-
favor. And we should have just.
I honestly say we try
attacked.
to distract them in a different direction,
Yes.
or just
And then
fight them.
below them.
If it
not at
doesn't
the bottom,
work,
with our stuff.
Yes.
okay.
If it doesn't work, we're engaging, is I think what we're saying.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
You look
fine.
for
Going
a-
And I'm
past
still
them.
with,
Chunks of stone.
Meaty
I
rocks,
still
yeah.
am ready with an attack.
And we're on our horses. Everyone's on their horses.
I wasn't,
think that was
no.
the plan.
No.
Okay, I'll get on if no one else.
No.
I'll go with my stupid horse.
You're throwing the
Yeah,
stone.
lead.
Okay,
If it
I'm
doesn't
gonna
work,
lead the horse
we're
up
going
into
forward.
just enough.
Just
where
see
I
the
can
outline.
just
Now
see
that
the
you know that
outline.
they're there, you
Yeah.
you see just the circle kind of outline. You stop.
And can I see maybe where there's like 2 buildings with like a...
There's buildings all the way lined down the left and right
But
sides.
like aim like in between 2 of them?
Sure.
Look back.
Give me an athletics check with disadvantage.
Sick.
What if it hits a fucking house and just
Bounces right back.
It just goes
square on that
Everybody's done on right? I'm rolling 2 dice. Disadvantage athletics. Wow, 2 16s makes it a dirty 20.
Oh my god!
You see the gap and you watch the rock kind of knock between the 2 buildings, and you can see a little bit of the glow still coming from that direction. And at that, you watch as one kind of gets up, and the other one picks its head up, and the first one starts to move quickly in that direction.
The second one hasn't moved.
It's sitting up, kind of watching the other one.
Can I just lean down and see if is there anything else around me that I can pick
There's
up?
lots of chunks of stone.
I
Yeah,
can
you can
pick
see.
up another chunk.
So the first one will go out if you like this one. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I tell if the one that's just sitting up is looking in that
It
direction?
looks like it is looking in that direction, yeah. Give me another one. You're still aiming for between the houses?
Yeah.
I
Kinda
really
towards
got
that
lucky
barrel.
first time. I'm really
Natural 1.
Daddy.
Pump the rock, and this time the trajectory looks good, but the bear wanders a little too close, and it. Thunk.
Blow him up. Let's go.
And it starts to walk in your direction.
It's
Can we
time.
hide?
I mean, it hasn't gotten to you yet.
No, Safira kind of. And like, I'm trying to get us to
I'm
like.
gonna say I have to negate that because you
Okay.
actually readied an action for
That's
if it came
true,
toward
that's
you.
true.
So I'm gonna have to say that you fire your bow.
Fair enough,
Actually,
fair enough.
if you readied an action for the conditions,
I did,
go ahead
I
and make
did,
an
I
attack
did.
roll.
Please. Okay. 19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay.
You have your animus bow too.
I do
right?
have my
Okay.
animus bow.
Alright.
Wait, the bow is actually the same. I always do this the wrong way, but the bow is actually the same. Okay, 1d6 plus
I have no...
Maybe we should just
3.
Are you still wearing the mask?
6 total damage.
6 damage,
Alright,
okay. And are you activating?
Yes, I am.
Great. The arrow sticks, and the bear appears. And now that you're a little closer to it, you get a better look at it. These sort of shimmering golden brown coats and claws that seem to have 2 layers to them. They have kind of one row at the tip of the paws, like you'd expect, and then another row kind of up near the knuckle. So like as they slash, it kind of hits you with 2 rows of claws. They have these kind of extra kind of
like
claws
Wolverine.
attached to them.
Yeah, we should like.
Great.
use the fur, use the
So you turn into your bear form there.
Yeah.
Who else you had held, but it's a melee, so you're too far. Did you have something held?
Yeah.
Go ahead
Can
and make it.
I shoot Ray of Frost at this
Yeah,
thing?
you may. Yep.
Okay. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Wow.
Okay. That's 3 damage, but its movement speed
3
is
damage.
reduced by
Movement
10.
is great. Gets hit by the ray of frost. I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Jesus, guys.
Wow, that was fast.
This is a long day.
I did so
Okay,
well on
that's
that
not
first
bad.
Yeah, you did. You got too comfortable.
Graven's ready.
Yeah?
Graven's ready for this fight.
Oh my gosh. Erland.
9.
Safira.
18.
Graven.
20.
Oh.
Natural, but
There we
that
go.
doesn't matter, but
There's no. You don't have.
No,
I
there's
have
no
no,
It always
I have no
matters.
modifier.
Easy.
11.
It's a dexterity thing.
The copper claws are a 13.
13
There we
for
go.
Copper Claw.
Yep.
Got a few people getting some attacks in before they do.
13. Gosh.
Orba is at
10.
so spent. Oh my god.
Do I see any more than those 2?
Give me a perception check.
I don't have my jacket. My jacket's done, but I have a lot of health.
15?
15. So far, you can see just the 2.
Okay.
Alright, so it's Graven and then Safira. I'll get this up.
Oh,
So it's Graven.
So you watch as Safira transforms into the bear, and the 2 of them are sort of standing face to face.
I'll ding his dong. I'll try to
Okay.
toll the dead
Ding
on
is
that.
dumb.
Wisdom save.
I was trying to ding that.
10.
Fails. And he's already taken damage,
Yes,
so he
yep.
will take... Oh, jeez. Goodbye. I have another one over here.
Things are just flying off the table today.
5 necrotic
5
damage.
necrotic damage. Great. Great. And you see the bear kind of lose its footing a little bit.
And just going down with my shield.
Okay.
Like,
We're not going to grid it out.
Yeah.
You're about, I'm going to say you're about 25 feet from it right now.
Okay, I'll stay there.
Who's next?
Sphere.
Sphere, you're in melee range.
So then I'm gonna make a multi-attack. Instead of a bite and a claw. And I'm trying to kind of like intimidate it. I'm kind of like
Okay.
looking like a creepy,
Like a creep.
hybrid
It's
creature.
gonna look like a complete creep.
Oh, that's not gonna do.
Safira, girl.
anything. Listen. Okay, that's 9 to hit.
That misses. Make your next attack.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Jumanji rolls, baby.
well,
Butterfingers. Everyone.
13 to hit.
13 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. 2d6. 8 total damage.
8 total with Colossus Slayer.
No, I have not rolled
You can use
Colossus
that
there. 11 total
11
damage.
total damage. Okay. So with a couple big strikes, you hit it back and forth a little bit. It sort of staggers back, stunned a little bit, and then it kind of comes back on its hind legs and roars out of the vicinity.
Alright, it's a copper.
Good, that's good.
Okay, so that one comes forward and is going to make its own multi-attack right back, and you see these two bears kind of clashing back and forth with bites and claws.
My poor little wolf head is up there like, ah.
That is a 14 to hit
14 hits.
and a 23 to hit.
That, I mean, yes.
Take
We got it. I'm gonna find a way.
7 piercing damage.
Okay, is
And
that
then-
it? Oh, well.
Does a bite and a claw. And then you take 10 slashing damage.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Bye,
I'm dead.
Anywhere.
I'm gone. I'm out of the wolf form.
Oh, she's back out of.
Not fully done.
No, just hold on. Wait, so you said I took 7 damage and then,
And then
10
10.
damage? Okay, so that means I have 7 rollover damage. Okay.
Was that
So
just
with-
one copper claw?
What?
Was that just one of them?
That was a multi-attack. It did a
was a
bite and then a
multi-attack.
claw attack. So you watch as the two sort of hits go in, and just as that, you see retreating back, Safira stumbles back out of her wolf form, or wolf bear form. And the other one, sort of sniffing about where it thought that the light source came from that smacked the bear to begin with, and takes a bite at Graven here.
Wow.
I do
Smart.
have one
Smart
warding
bear.
flare left.
So there's a bite attack and a claw attack. Which one do you want to?
The second one.
Okay.
I would do the bite.
The first one is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Misses. And then disadvantage on the second attack. 13 to hit.
Miss.
Great. Swings out, and you feel it hit the shield, and you like stagger back from the force of it.
God.
You don't take any damage, but you feel the full weight of the beast kind of bearing down on you. Okay.
Tis I.
Easy.
I guess, am I close enough?
You're within running distance of either of them.
Yeah.
Like 25 feet. You're within 25 feet of either.
The one that Safira was going at, I'm gonna
Great.
go up to that one.
Come on, BZ.
17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
6.
6 damage, great. Swing the flail, and once again, you see it, and it's pretty scraped up. You can see where Safira's bear claws sort of scraped across it, and another flail hit, and a couple of its teeth are like bloody and dripping down its mouth a little bit.
That's it.
Okay.
These bears aren't next to each other, are they?
They're not next to each other.
How far apart are they?
Like 20 feet, we'll say. One's next to Graven, one's next to
Okay, so
20 feet.
alright. Oh, Thunderwave. Okay, nope. I'm gonna cast. I know. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost. Let's say at the one that's going up to Safira.
Great.
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Surrounding you in this frost.
3 damage.
3 damage,
And
okay.
again, movement speed reduced.
Okay. Another ray of frost.
And then can I don't know where I'm standing, but am I relatively safe?
You're probably, now that one that ran up to Graven, you're probably 15 feet from that one.
I'm gonna take a couple steps back from that guy.
How far do you want to be from
Let's
that?
say another 15, so
Okay,
30
great.
total. And it's Erland.
So there's one that's engaged with Safira and Beezaura.
And one that's next
And
to
the
her.
one that's Safira and Beezaura has been hit more times, right? That was the first one?
The other one's
Yeah.
one up to Graven has
It
not
has
been
not
hit at
been
all.
hit.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go up to the, how far away roughly am I from the...
30 feet, 25, 30 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to that one,
30.
two-handed quarter staff
Great.
attack.
The one with me?
Safira and Beezaura.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 hits, roll for damage.
9 bludgeoning damage.
9 bludgeoning damage, great. With another whapping strike, sort of uppercuts, and it loses a couple more teeth, and it kind of...
Definitely has like 3 left.
And then I'm gonna try it, and then I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my unarmed strike and
Okay.
sort of send a high kick towards it.
Do something.
21 to hit.
That hits, roll for damage.
Fuck. 4 bludgeoning damage.
4 bludgeoning damage, okay. Again, give it a good smack with your foot.
No.
Still sort of...
Wow.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
Top of the lineup with Graven.
Graven.
I'm gonna hold a dodge action.
Okay, you can just take a dodge action.
Oh, right. That's what I meant.
I'm
As
just gonna
in,
stand
whatever
up.
it is that
Ready
they get
to go.
advantage on their.
Yes, if it's a physical attack, not a spell. Yeah, it gets disadvantage. Yep.
I'm gonna hunker down.
Great, so Graven.
Give us a sec to deal with this one.
Safira.
Okay, so Graven.
Okay, I'm gonna
Smart.
take another shot at this guy that looks like he's nearly down.
Are you backing up?
Yes.
Okay, to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh gosh.
Oh, baby.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
I'm okay. I have 21 HP.
You take
23.
9 piercing damage as it goes out with a bite as you back up, and then you aim the arrow right at its sort of head that stuck out.
I can't do math. I'm sorry. Okay. That's cocked.
I never get it.
25 to
That
hit.
hits, roll for damage.
Okay.
All attacks.
Yeah.
It's all attacks. It's not just the first one.
Okay.
Just not saving throws is what I was
Right,
saying. If there's a
right.
spell saving throw, but yeah.
I thought it was
15
first.
total damage.
15.
Oh wow, he's gotta be.
Line up the arrow, and you get it right in sort of the top of its head as it reached out to bite you.
Yeah, bye.
Falls down. You see sort of the dust settle around the beast as it collapses.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
I'm not gonna move. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Copper Claw.
Copper Claw.
I'm banging my shield here.
Alright, light attack first. 13 to hit.
Miss.
Nice.
Advantage. Dual 17, so it's a 23 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, I guess.
Oh gosh.
That's 11 slashing damage.
Oh my god.
And you see the shield splinters just a little bit as you get knocked back.
It wasn't bludgeoning by any chance, was it?
slashing damage with flask. Okay. That's it. Next.
Am I close enough to run over to that?
Yeah, it's with
Okay,
20 feet
I'm
away.
gonna
15.
run over. Ooh, 13 to
13
hit.
hits, roll for damage.
Doesn't have a lot of armor.
No, it's unarmored.
Oh yes. 11 damage.
11
Sorry.
damage. Great. Winds up the flail. Gets a good smack from the backside.
And I don't have anything else to use.
Okay, next.
Ray of Frost. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
There we go.
Orba
6
with a kind of
damage.
flurry of attacks that go out. How much damage?
6.
Great.
I have a healing.
Okay.
Alright, Erland.
Fala runs up to him, two-handed quarterstaff attack, right to the back. 11 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Oh wow. Well, they're not very.
Oh hell yeah. 11 bludgeoning damage, and then sort of following it up with an elbow to the back. 14 to hit.
Hits.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Great. Sort of everyone converging on this last beast as it.
And if the bear is looking at Graven, I'm gonna go, come on!
Okay.
Oh my god.
I am not the person you should be.
Pick my shield back up, and spit whatever blood I have on my face at it, and get that shield down in front of me and dodge it.
Okay.
Dodge again.
taking a defensive position. All right. Safira.
Okay, I'm
Swing her out.
gonna try to fire at it.
Make sure you still have the animus bow. You've been rolling that.
It ends up being the same modifier.
The damage is different, though, is it not?
The damage is different. No, just
That one was very close to death. I think it would have gotten it anyway, but
Okay.
just make sure you roll the correct damage.
I'm
for this
sorry,
one. That's
yes,
okay.
I've been
That one
rolling
was
wrong
super
damage.
close to.
I was like, the to hit is the same.
Yep.
Okay. 19 to hit.
Hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, now I will roll the right damage. I'm sorry.
But it is hurt. Still good.
Yes, and it's decent. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's 6 total damage.
6 total damage. It is hurt. Yep.
Oh yeah, Colossus. I forgot. 10 total damage now.
Okay. So
it's 4.
4 more on top of that. Great. Okay, great. Fires another arrow into its back.
Copper claw.
Still up?
Copper blood. Oh yeah, it's still that one hadn't taken any damage like this round. Okay, it's gonna make a bite attack against Graven here.
Oh gosh.
That's a 17 to hit.
It hits.
Oh my god.
You take 7 piercing damage. As Graven sort of holds as hard as he can, the force of the bear overpowers him, and the bear, sort of seeing that Graven's down, swings around to the person creating the noise and goes for a claw attack against Erland.
Oh god.
All right, didn't go for him.
That is a 17 to hit.
As it turns around, as the hand comes up with the bar. Something to my constitution
And
save.
it comes crashing into you.
Oh, hell yeah.
There we go.
Okay. What's next?
Beezaura.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to finish him off.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Come on, easy.
6 damage.
6 damage.
She takes her revenge out on anything that's ever come at her. She looks at Graven, she goes, Graven! And she swings it 4 whole times, baby, and just boom! Right in the back of the head. And he just ends his life.
Undisputed champion.
Collapses down into the ground.
Orba's gonna immediately take out her healing potion and give it to Graven.
Okay. Administer the healing potion.
Open wide.
You're pouring it. You can roll for it.
Oh, I roll.
Yep.
Oh, I hate that.
Yup, you got to do it.
I hate that.
2d4 plus
2d4.
2. Where's my d4? I don't.
That's
don't
the
hate
first.
me.
That's the first time anyone on that table's gone down.
Yeah, it is.
Thinking now it's everyone but Beezaura.
Yeah, everyone's got enough.
Although I did say the no death saving throws club, and he didn't have to make a
I
death
didn't have
saving
to
throw.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all good.
2d4 plus 2 was a
I got-
double
It
one.
was
there.
double ones. So I heal 4.
So you feel the liquid kind of trickling down your phone. Shield sort of still in hand, looks sort of shaking grip as you hold your shield up, steadying yourself.
Are you okay?
Let's get out of here.
Yes. Look, we cannot run into something like that again. We have to take a moment. If anyone has a healing potion,
Can we move a little bit since we just
Yes.
made a lot of noise?
Please,
and
let's
then
just move
maybe
forward a bit.
reconsider resting.
yes.
Orba's gonna escort Graven to his horse.
Let's go.
On foot or on
Quietly. Let's move quietly.
Okay.
Do you need to be on a horse?
No.
Okay. Let's go.
Erland's gonna lead the way quietly.
Graven sort of limping, holding his wounds a little bit. The party continues forward.
God.
You take the turn. You start to lead the horses north. Once again, a little bit of cautious awareness of your surroundings, but you feel like you're moving along pretty quickly. Pretty well. You get a little further. I guess I should put this back up since I'm moving it. Well, now let's go like...
It's not fun going down.
We'll move the whole thing.
You didn't even have to make a death saving throw.
I mean, I'm glad he just didn't melee me to lose 2 of them. And then the next roll would have been...
I would have had you by then. It was my turn.
I was right next to it. I had a healing potion too. I had you.
Yeah, we all were ready with healing potions. Everyone's like, ah!
Everyone's Boris. They stick a funnel in his throat.
You're drowning him.
At this point, you've distanced yourself pretty well from the explosion at the south gate from Dodd's bomb. The animal noises have subsided for the most part. Occasionally, bird flying overhead, spooked by your appearance in the fog. You get a little further. Something takes shape overhead.
Does it?
Of course it's open.
Is it the exit sign that's taking shape?
Yeah. Nice. Please.
Smaller than the lumps that revealed themselves to be bears. Bipedal in its form. You see the outline of a humanoid creature.
Stop.
There's a thin, curved line by its side in the shadows. Shape of what may be a bow in its hand. God. You slow up a bit. And it looks like there might be one or two others by its side. One has a kind of long sword planted, sort of facing down into the ground. And there's another with what looks like a shield and some kind of blunt weapon. So it's one person in front with a bow, and then someone with a sword and a shield.
Are they moving at all?
They are not. They're standing there.
Do I see, like, could they be statues? Are they that?
Give me a perception check. You're still a little far away, but
15.
15. As far as you can tell, and the fog's moving a little, so it's difficult, they're standing very, very still right now.
I'm gonna proceed. 3 figures. Might be statues.
Erland, do you want me to go?
I'll proceed very quietly. Let me go first. I'm gonna walk very, very quietly until I can maybe get a better view to see if it's a statue.
Stop check. I'll walk in just
19.
19. Continue walking. And they do stand perfectly still. Almost unnaturally so. You get a couple steps further. Another step, and then their eyes begin to glow. A deep sort of reddish orange. At first the front set of eyes, and then the other ones. So these 3 figures are all standing perfectly still, eyes glowing, that's kind of piercing through the fog.
Is there like a light on me from the eyes? Like a
No.
Can I see if they're like organic or stone or from where I am?
If you get a little closer. I assume you sort of stopped for a moment after you saw the eyes. Are you proceeding again after seeing those? That's
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving a little quietly.
Give me your stealth check.
11.
So you get a little closer. You start to make the outlines of their attire. Looks like mostly leather-based armor or jerkins, faded trousers, and their weapons look like they're not in pristine quality. Rusted blades. The buckler looks kind of cracked. And there's something that looks to be growing out from their sleeves at the wrist and down by their ankles. It looks like straw. And as you get a better angle on them,
Can I maybe... Does it look like the traps that we saw the black lions lead with the eyes?
kind of, not really. They're not skulls.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, but the coloration of the eyes, kind of. Yeah, I mean the reddish orange. I mean it's a reddish orange glow. It's not.
Okay, my friends are right behind me. They'll punch me in the back of the head.
Continue walking over. As you get a little closer, it looks like, in addition to the sort of straw sticking out from their wrists and ankles, there's these wooden rods that look like they're kind of stuck up their butts.
Come on, man. Scarecrows.
And at the base of each of them, it was hard to tell from a distance, but there's like a flat wooden platform with a couple wheels on the sides. Looks like these figures could be moved around, sort of rolling. And the eyes continue to glow. You get a little closer. They're obviously not organic, made of straw. You get probably now you're up within 15, 20 feet of
What's creating the glowing, can I tell?
Make a perception check.
Just go have a hand in this
21.
contraption.
Just go.
You take a look as far as you can tell into the eyes. And they're sort of oddly shaped. They're not shaped like sort of perfect ovals or spheres. They kind of look like the caps of mushrooms.
Oh. Like they're glowing mushrooms?
Yeah.
Can I look around to see if this is like a distraction or anything? To see if there's like in any of the alleyways, are there people?
You don't see it.
Scarecrows?
For the bears.
Maybe.
Can I get even closer now to like
Are you guys following them
I'm
up?
gonna go up
Yeah,
next.
I'm
one.
gonna
Kind of goes up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep moving up quiet. I'm still gonna like signal that we should move quietly.
You guys all
Because
move
it
slowly up.
might be traps.
The closer you get, Beezaura recognizes the mushrooms. They look like Pelopa mushrooms that Dodd was picking with you and showed you that if you put a heat source close to them, they begin to glow. That looks like what's been placed in the kind of eye sockets.
These are the mushrooms we foraged.
Is there a heat source near them, or?
I don't see one. You haven't walked. Are you going all the way up to them?
What
They-
did you tell us what creates the glowing, or?
No.
No, but if you would let me speak. They glow if there's a heat source next to them. And he said that's just how the Ackley Grove mushrooms
Does
go.
that mean that these are heating up? Because that sounds like that could be explosive in some way. Do you know what I mean?
Let's go around them and keep moving.
Please.
Yes.
Keep an eye for tripwires, anything.
Yeah, exactly. I want to sort of start moving around, but keep an eye out, see if I can see as I go around if there's a fire or something.
Perception check.
13.
13. You sort of cautiously and suspiciously move around them, and the figures stay still. One with the bow, one with the sword, one with the shield, and a mace in its hand. And as you're kind of looking around on the back side of these scarecrows, you're rotating around, and you see at the other side of the street a dwelling that looks like it has a little flickering light inside it. Looks like the flickering of a torch, perhaps. That might have been the source of the heat. You do know that you don't have to constantly hold the heat next to them. They sort of glow for a little while after you've placed the heat close to them.
Someone must have brought the heat to them.
Did Dawn speak of anyone who lived here?
It was completely abandoned.
Yes.
Do you think that he lives here?
I don't know if he would stick around after trying to blow us up.
No. I mean,
Continue?
what? Whoever it is seems to be trying to scare away something. This might be an opportunity to rest if it's a friend, which we desperately need.
All right.
Did you want? I'm in good health. I know that the halflings. Did you want us to perhaps go to the door and see if anyone's there?
I don't mind seeing if there's anyone there.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Can I proceed quietly up to the window where I see the door? Can I duck down and?
So first of all, it looks like you're seeing the flickering through some kind of slats. The door's closed, and the windows look like they've been boarded up with sort of wood boards. So
Oh, but there are slats.
there's like little gaps between
Can
them.
I very quietly kind of go up and try and peer inside?
Sure, make a perception check.
21.
21. You start to go up, and you get to the windowsill and kind of peek between them, and you see like a little. Someone sort of looks like they held up their hand to try and keep you from peeking through.
I'm going to knock on the door.
I'm really close to this guy, right? I'm just gonna sort of,
You're on the other side.
yeah,
of
I'm
the
just.
window. Sorry, you're like at the door. Are you?
Gonna bring a suggestion.
So fucking suspicious.
I'm just going to knock, Erland.
Gently.
What is the difference?
Don't scare. Someone's inside scared.
I know. I'm not going. I'm just gonna just like look at it and just knock on the door like a regular knock.
Roll for regular.
There's a pause for a moment, and you see maybe one of the hands kind of retreat a little bit back from the windowsill. Please don't come in. I don't have anything worth taking, I promise. I'm here for research.
We don't want anything or want to hurt you, sir.
Not a sir.
Miss. Sorry.
And you hear a little...
Start.
And right where Erland is, you hear like a little... And it seems like she's removing one of the kind of boards from the
Right, I'm
windows.
just gonna sort of.
She takes down the board. You look in. And you see a human woman sort of poke her head slightly out. Long brown hair, pale skin. She has kind of caution in her eyes. But she's also got kind of a clenched jaw to sort of steel her nerves a little bit. She's wearing kind of a long white sleeve tunic with a pair of thin elbow-length leather gloves. And she also has a kind of sash. It's almost like a bandolier, like it has a series of little clasps on it. And there's small glass vials tucked into all the little things, and the vials look like they have like bits of soil in them, samples of earth. And she sort of pulls it down.
Hello.
Hello.
You're just passing through to go north. And we're wondering. There's only a party of 5 of us, and we desperately need a rest somewhere.
Can we kind of like, if we kind of see this happening, can I kind of...
They're all very
I'm kind of holding my hands up, like...
Give me a persuasion check.
Give those puppy dog
Doe eyes.
halfling eyes.
Nat 20.
Hey!
If you leave your weapons outside.
Is there a place we can safely store them so that the lizard folk don't take them?
We'll put them right inside the door.
Outside, please.
Miss,
There's lots of abandoned houses around this alley, as you can see. You can put them in there if you wish. I'd rather you didn't bring them in.
I don't know if they're all going to agree to that.
Then I'm happy to talk to you through the window.
We've been through a lot, and we do not want to hurt you. You can see us take everything off and leave it by the door.
If it's on the other side of the door, yes, I agree.
Do you have some sort of compartment we can put them in?
No.
Let me ask them.
She sort of puts it back a little bit, but you can still kind of see part of her face.
She will only let us in if we leave our weapons outside.
Okay, well, we can watch through the window.
Yeah.
We can have. I can sit by the window and look at the weapons literally the whole time if we want to do that.
I'm also happy to. I don't need a rest. Let me wait outside. I'll watch the weapons and keep an eye out for more things.
Or we could set watches like usual.
Well, we're not,
I'm only gonna rest for
what time is it roughly?
4?
We're just an hour. So
Okay, that's fine.
I'm happy to wait outside.
I'm gonna just lightly tap. Hi. We will leave our weapons outside.
All right. My name is Isidore Morovic.
Beezaura.
I'm a historian of sorts.
Oh, well, maybe we can hear more about that.
She sort of looks expectantly out the window.
I'm gonna kind of move towards her and like kind of take my bow off, like I'm, just kind of stick it safely in the dirt and like.
Sure. You can lean and kind of get the wall.
And kind of like.
I'm gonna put my
Watches her do that.
shield and my flail now.
Watches Beezaura do that.
my quarterstaff outside. Yeah.
Mace, shields.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to be standing outside, making sure nobody approaches.
That's fine.
Thank you.
She replaces the board. You hear her walk over the door. And opens up the door.
Thank you.
Please, don't touch anything.
Okay.
She leads you inside. And again, the interior doesn't look, it looks sort of dilapidated and dusted like the one that you entered in to find Beezaura. There are a number of kind of old shelf surfaces that look like they have jars of soil, bits of stone. There's one table that looks like it has a small kind of rock hammer that's been used to like crush up some rock and sort of look, you can see she has like a little, there is a torch in a little sconce on the wall that's over it so she can get a good look at this table that seems to have been examining items.
Did you set up the statues of sort?
Yes, sorry about the scarecrows. I use them to keep the animals away.
Oh, they're brilliant. I mean,
We just fought a couple copper claws.
Yes.
yeah.
Fearsome, but they do spook rather easily if you can get them to.
Yeah.
What is it that you're researching?
Well, I've been hoping to publish some detailed findings regarding the legend of Falgest. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, we've heard something about him from the Ackley elves.
Yes. They know surprisingly little about their own history in this regard, especially for such a seemingly important event. And I've pieced together what I could from the records of the Joiruc Council House, and I think I've narrowed down Falgest's former residence to one of the dwellings on this block.
How long have you been here?
I go in and out of the ruins. I don't stay here, but I've been coming in and out of the ruins for the past week or so.
What do you believe to be in the residence?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking to find out. I'm collecting samples of the walls and dirt around the homes, and you can see she sort of gestures to some of the vials and some of the jars and things that she's been examining. I'm going to take them to be analyzed. Strong spiritual activity, especially negative spiritual activity, which if you know the legend of Folgast, you know why that's the case. It sort of, you can detect traces of it long after the event has happened. That's assuming that the spirits have left, which may very well not be the case. It's a very interesting subject.
Right. Well, if you do come in and out of these ruins, you don't think that you could maybe offer us a way out, do you? We're a little turned round and we'd very desperately like to get out of these ruins.
Yes, I can direct you out.
Which way do you usually come in and out?
Sometimes the north, sometimes the east.
Okay.
Have you spent much time along the border of EC and Mill?
I've traveled along it, yes.
Anything of note there?
What are you looking for?
I'm going to take this out and I'm going to look around. Have you seen anything that looks like this?
And she takes it a little bit sort of with both hands, and she's holding it very delicately because it sort of looks like it's aged a little bit. She kind of examines it a little bit. Actually, there is a large crown's gold tree near the border of Isimil. Not sure if it's what you're looking for. I'm not sure, and she points to the sort of thing underneath. I'm not sure what this is.
We're not either, but we are curious.
The crown's gold trees are very rare in the Ackley Grove, which is why it stood out to me. I've used it as a guide before when I didn't know the area quite as well.
Right.
If you're coming from the north and you see the tree, you know you've gone too far to use the east gate of Joiruc. And you have to backtrack just a little bit. So if you head out the east gate, you'll want to reach the border and then take a right.
And go a little south.
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay. Well, that's useful.
That's very helpful information.
Jesus!
Thank
Just
you.
a little bit.
If you don't mind me asking, what is it?
We're not sure.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Where did you find it?
We've
In a tree.
found this map
In a tree.
southeast of here.
Yeah.
And she sort of delicately hands it back.
Southwest.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the east gate, how would we get to that from here?
Yes, the eastern gate is closest. It's the next right if you continue down the road.
Next right.
Is there any kind of back alleyway we could go? Any kind of...
You probably could. I'm not sure if your horses would fit through. It is the problem.
Right.
I've used them, but again, I don't have a horse.
How recently did you use the gate?
Yesterday.
You saw no trouble between here and there.
I'm aware of the increased lizard folk activity, especially in the ruins. Not entirely sure what to make of it. I'm not as well versed in the animal migratory patterns in this area. A better question for perhaps one of the Ackley Elves or one of the Pat Wolves, I think.
Do you know any of the Pat Wolves?
I do, yes.
Which ones?
Mr. Zlatko, Mr. Tumello, Mr. Helens.
Have you seen any of them recently?
I spoke with Mr. Helens recently, yes.
How recent?
A couple of days, perhaps. They're currently very busy. I know that they're escorting a lot of the Ackley Elf communities now that the seasons have changed. I have to say, I wouldn't have tried to come through the ruins if I didn't know how to get out.
Misguided.
We did have a guide, but he got lost himself, actually.
Oh, not here with you at the moment.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll look at Graven and say, a slightly longer story, perhaps for another time.
Well, thank you so much for your hospitality.
Yes, of course.
Can we give you anything in return?
No, that's all right, unless you happen to know some detailed history of the Ackley Elves or Falgest.
No, I just heard a story about Folgast that he was actually, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but then he was like trying to that it was kind of a hoax. Like, can I relay the story that Dodd told me?
Yeah,
about?
so that's Dodd's kind of. I mean, the story was about him sort of using evil spirits, and because of that, it drew the ire of
Yes.
the Tempests. And Dodd
But Dodd
believed
said that was actually
Yeah, he theorized that might be.
Yeah. So can I relay that theory to her?
Yeah, you do so. She sort of. I am aware of some of the Pat Walls question the validity of the rumor, which is why I find it rather interesting.
So you disagree with the, questioning? That doesn't sound right to you?
No, I'm not sure. Like I said, I've looked through the records at the Council House of Joiruc. Obviously, a lot of them are gone or ruined, but I've no evidence so far of a conspiracy. My thought is that if I track down which house is Falguest's, and I find no evidence of spiritual activity whatsoever...
It's unlikely that he caused it, right?
I don't know. I would then try the houses of the council members, see if I could dig up anything there.
Right.
We found a subterranean lake and sort of smooth stone in the middle of it.
Does that
Sort
mean
of
anything?
just, I suppose, west of here. Does that sound like anything to you?
It's not something I know about. Many animals have made this area their home over the years.
Oh, it seemed
The lizard
perhaps
folk.
made by lizard folk, but
Where was that?
I wouldn't
Perhaps
say-
somewhere else. Stay clear.
Not far from the
Not
south gate.
Far from here at all.
I don't use the south gate too much, but I'll keep that in mind.
Actually, we've encountered quite a bit of trouble here, and we're relatively skilled fighters. You're here alone?
I actually, and she sort of looks out the window a little bit towards your horses, I find that one person gets around the ruins far easier than a group.
Right, because of the noise?
Yes, also I can take routes that aren't the main roads, that make noises with the horses.
I would urge you to be cautious, because, truly, they dragged her down into a pit with a giant crocodile, and it
That
was
sounds very frightening.
terrible.
It was.
Truly. I don't recommend it, so, really be careful.
I appreciate your words of caution, but the research is the most important thing.
does her, she's talking about her research here, does that seem to be an alibi? Does that seem to be true to me?
Give me an insight.
That seems to be an alibi.
16.
I love the way you're like, is that sus? Is that okay?
Really? Let me level with you.
She goes and fiddles with her dirt.
Sorry, what was the
A
roll?
16.
16. Everything so far seems pretty earnest in her sort of delivery and disposition.
While Orba's leaning up against the home next to the window and keeping an eye out, she'll over her shoulder be like, "Is this research for you or on the behest of a facility of some kind?"
For me, I'm sort of working on my second large book that I'm publishing. I'd like to publish a book on the legend of Falguest. I studied at the Iramapura Historical Society.
What was your first book?
My first book was regarding the Bodak in Nolan's Woods.
Oh,
It's called Tracking Nolan's Bodak, if you'd like to read it.
Oh,
do you
brilliant.
have
I would love
a
to.
copy of it?
I don't with me at the moment. I try to take as little as I can into the ruins.
I've seen some Bodak in my time.
We've literally heard of that book.
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
Oh, that's the
That's
word
the
of
one
weed.
on
That's
the,
the one, yeah.
Okay.
On the Goliath's list, there was a
List.
Bodak.
Okay.
Orba's gonna try something funky, and also while they're talking, she's gonna sit on the ground for a second, and not meditate, but try to find a moment of calm. And she's gonna try to think of what Dr. Veto said at the Church of the New Kelke. Spirits of Joiruc. The ones that are trapped here. Do you wish to speak plainly to me? Just relax. Okay. She's gonna keep trying it. She's just gonna keep
meditating.
Yes.
gonna keep just
Harder.
trying different phrasings of it because she doesn't remember exactly what he said, and I know he had special stuff.
Some infernal.
She's gonna try some
As far
stuff.
as you can tell.
Okay, she's gonna keep trying.
There was a path before we turned north on the southern end. Another left-hand turn north before this one.
Yes.
Where did Where did that one lead?
That's another route that you could take up to the northern gate.
It would. But this is the path to the east gate.
The fastest one, yes.
Oh, okay. Good.
We would have
That's
met up
relief.
eventually on the other one.
It would circle back around, yes. It's sort of a loop in the center.
After another 5 minutes or so of Orba doing that and no success,
Yeah.
she's going to start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay, sure. Start to do that. Well, there isn't much in the way of seating or anything like that, but feel free to sit.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Spirit kind of plops onto the ground.
Have you an interest in historical Bodaks?
Yes, we've heard. We're bounty hunters. We've heard legend of that Bodak.
A horrifying creature, yes.
Yes.
Bodaks are spirits that have previously made a pact with one of the gods of death. They're sort of a hollowed out husk that drains life and the energy around it.
Sounds lovely.
It's very interesting.
I'm sure.
Have you seen this Nolan's Wood Bodak?
No. One of the common threads of Bodaks is that they seek to destroy all of the creatures that they associated with in life. Enemies, friends, a sort of way to erase their existence, be hopelessly forgotten. Once it had completed this task, most of them lie dormant unless they're disturbed. I did extensive sweeps of the area, tracked those that the Bodak had sought out and killed, and based on those findings, I believe I'd identified the original identity of the Bodak.
What was it?
And?
A former soldier of the Broken Crown named Bion Nataxis.
Oh.
There are, of course, many more details in my book if you'd like to look.
Yeah,
Love a copy. Could we find one?
At a major library somewhere?
Where the Bodak still lives there, yes?
Yes.
But it is dormant.
Yes.
Because it has...
One believes that it has killed all it wishes to kill.
So who were the victims of it then?
A number of soldiers. I theorized that the Bodak had, this Mr. Metaxas, had made some kind of deal with the god of death to win a couple of insurmountable victories during the War of Giants. A deal with the devil, if you will.
Right.
And in the afterlife, after he had passed, the god of death claimed him.
So this Bodak is no longer in Nolan's Wood?
No, I believe it is. It's just not hunting.
What exactly is the purpose of its continued existence if it's killed everything it needs to kill?
An existence of misery that it's bound to, I'm afraid.
Okay. The god of death, really, just colourful.
We've heard rumor of contracts out for this Bodak. Who would want to kill a dormant Bodak?
Well, the Bodak does sort of occupy a great deal of space. It can sense your presence from a great distance. There's parts of Nolan's Woods that I'm sure people would like to access or take a route through, travel routes, trade routes. The Bodak prevents people from using those.
I see.
Have you identified any other Bodaks?
No, just that one. If there was another one, I'd be interested in studying it.
You're very resourceful.
You referenced, you said some sort of resource you were studying for the Joiruc? What do you call it? The library of some sort? Or
It's the council house of Joiruc, yes.
Where is that?
Sort of in the central northern part of Joiruc. It's where the council members of Joiruc used to meet, and records were kept there, although a lot of them are destroyed at this point.
And what's the large tower in the middle of Joiruc?
I believe that is part of the council house.
You said the god of death, yes?
Yes, one of the gods of death.
Was it Aya?
No. One of the meddling gods, I believe.
Who are the meddling gods of death?
Carcera Mole is the most prominent one near Nolan's Woods, and I believe that to be the one that Mr. Metaxas made a deal with.
Interesting.
And just as someone who's not familiar, the others?
The other one.
Meddling gods.
There's a number of them, also depending on the region. And she racks her brain for a moment. I will tell you.
Graven looks at Safira like, excuse me?
Asking questions out of
The most common ones that you find out about are Kasermol, god of death.
Right?
Nierjet, god of nature. Kuuzni, god of light. Bufmir, god of trickery. Gromlegale, god of life. And Heptactor, the god of order.
Oh.
Sort of the most directly meddling gods.
Right.
Are those all part of the same family of gods, belief systems?
No, I believe they're just sort of lumped together because they affect the material world most directly.
Interesting.
I am on the other side of this wall. Don't you fucking look at me like that.
Well,
Have you studied all of them?
No, because I haven't had occasion to. My research did not dip my toe in those waters. I know more about Corsair Mole simply because I believe the Bodak to be linked to him.
So he was a cleric, this man that became the Bodak.
No, you can make a deal with a god without being a cleric.
Okay.
In fact, clerics often... I've never heard of a cleric becoming a Bodak. Clerics are in service of the god. They have a mutual sort of arrangement.
Right, rather than,
Yes.
as you said, signing a deal with the devil.
Yes.
Yes.
Something funny.
No? Mutual was funny. Sorry.
should we rest and maybe talk more after?
Head to the east gate, yes.
Perhaps while you're sitting, you tell me a little bit about why you're here.
Oh.
Looking for this tree.
Oh, well, the tree is sort of an extra part of this. We were really just heading north and we found the map, and now we want to know if there's anything there. You know.
Treasure, perhaps.
We are bounty hunters, after all.
Good luck.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
Where do you stay when you're not sort of encamped here?
I try to locate one of the Ackley Elves camps to sort of keep my things there. I've paid some of the pat walls to keep an eye on my belongings. And then if I'm making one of my trips to have my soil and rocks analyzed, I go to Tuktu.
Oh. Have you been to Tuktu recently?
No, I was there last to speak with Dr. Vetter regarding the soil samples.
Oh, right.
Do you have another job when you're not here?
No, this is my job.
Right, you're a published author, so
Yes.
I guess that's very lucrative for you.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I find it to be a sort of calling.
Nice.
I won't keep you from resting. I'm going
Thank
to
you.
go through a few things if you don't mind.
Of course.
She kind of goes over to the table. It's the one stool in the room. She kind of pulls it up.
Oh.
She's got like a little light. She looks like
All of
she's
us
sort
just
of
sitting around
sifting
her.
through some of her rocks and things.
Doing our weird stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff we're doing here.
Should we take our rest?
Go ahead and do your short rest things.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's not a long rest.
How's my detect magic coming? I'm not short resting.
It's done.
Okay.
Where are you looking?
Well, she said that she was investigating these nearby homes as a possible Felghast home.
What's the range on detect magic?
30 feet.
30 feet.
So
You
I'm
don't see
happy
anything?
to, like,
I know, me too.
with keeping an eye on the house that they're in, go to nearby ones, maybe if I can get a peek in a window or peek into a door.
Okay, you can poke around a little bit. None of the immediate vicinity ones have any trace of magic that you can see at all.
Okay. And if I peek into her window, anything glowing in there? None of her soils or anything?
Oh my god. Good.
Would anything that is, like, spiritual doesn't necessarily, like, imply magical?
Not necessarily, yes. Especially if it was something long dormant of old, you know. It could, but no, not necessarily. Yes.
Okay. Orba's gonna try to, like, run her hand along, like, her right hand along the houses, starting from their house, and so just so she doesn't get lost. Like, run her hand down a couple houses so she gets a little farther with her detect magic.
How far down are you going? I mean, each house is 25, 30 feet with a 5-foot gap between.
Let's go 100 feet. 4 houses.
Okay.
Quietly, like, I know that there's...
Christ. We watch
Give me
my
a
weapons.
stealth check.
Okay.
My flail gets taken again. You're done.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm curious. What did I do?
A stealth check.
18.
18, okay. Quietly walking down, moving around the house. You walk by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing.
Okay. I'll then put my left hand on the same house and then walk down that way, just so I don't get lost. So I'm turning around. Sure.
I mean, again, you're following the road. The road is
I know.
right there.
I don't know how visible everything is, so I'm just being extra cautious.
Yeah, if you follow the road, you come right back to where...
Everything's just as visible as you are.
You see the scarecrows again on your way back. You know you're in the right place.
Okay. All right.
Short resting, everybody? Is everybody accommodated for their short rest? Excellent. That is where we will pick up next time.
Goodness.
And we will see if we get out of the Ruins of Joiruc now with a spot of rest here, sort of, wouldn't say an ally, but a friendly face here.
Aren't you glad I knocked on the door instead of that one?
Erland busted in the door.
Don't be mean.
Well,
I wasn't planning on
I just
doing
didn't want. I thought it was like I didn't want you to be like boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna knock on the door like a regular person.
like it or not.
Yeah, you're peeking eye to eye with her, being like,
I know, I'm like, or we could just ask.
Like, just don't. I didn't want you to be like, let me in. Who the hell is in there?
I'm not sure if we're gonna attack her yet or not.
I didn't
Figure out
say
whether
that.
we're gonna attack her.
I said none of that. I was being super nice to her.
Can you steam her in the face once?
That
Just
was
once?
slightly creepy.
That was a little.
Thank you, as always, everyone, for joining us.
Hello.
Some serious combat doled out in this episode.
I believe we didn't leave the fucking ruins.
And we are presumably fairly close to the East Gate.
Oh.
That is where we will pick it up next time. Next time will be the second of just the 2 recorded episodes, and then we will be live again.
I'll have the holidays correct, I promise.
She'll be ready to go next time. Congratulations on your shooting today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't miss that.
Guys, don't miss it.
And that's where we'll pick up next week. And closing thoughts.
If anybody who is new at the moment, this is a pre-recorded episode. Next week's is also a pre-recorded episode while we move studios, but we'll be back to being live December 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. If you want to get caught up in the meantime, we have a great YouTube channel with a lot of recaps and stuff like that, and also an Instagram. So go ahead and enjoy.
Enjoy all the content. I know.
right?
December's right around the corner. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week, same time, 7 o'clock Sunday. We'll see you then. Awesome. Good night.